the spaceship. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah. Find me with my dogs in my solitude. Watch my family grow from 4 to a multitude. Been living it below sea level, finna rise to another altitude. Been searching, seeking knowledge, but all the time I had the aptitude. I flipped my mindset to the switch to say I will not lose. Mama said them sticks and stones won't break my bones, I never bruise. Whenever it come to trouble, man, the girls pull a tongue, we always cruise. I heard others thought only get it out for me, but it ain't no news. I got 4 in the dough in Memphis so they can get the blues. If you need a few clues that blow off your under rules, send your compliment to the new girls I got coming through. Send your compliments to the new girls I got coming through. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. Yeah. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, J-Dog King Hefner, the beautiful Cali son. Got my girl, Saima Renee Uzumaki in the house. And last but definitely not least, still got that girl, Mara Blade, hanging out. I went from saying that I wouldn't have Mara Blade out, but every blue moon, Dog King Army team member DAS, and shout out to the Dog King Army, everybody on my team. But yeah, DAS told me like, man, bring out Mara Blade, and I brought her out, and now I can't put her up, man. Just like Saima, man, got her out and don't want to put him up, man. This little triumvirate right here is working me over. So before I proceed any further, I want to say good morning to everybody that's tuning in all around the world, morning, noon, or night. Me and the girls are definitely happy to have you, happy you tuning in. We want to send God's blessings all over your life, man. Whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, or praying for, whether it's health, finances, new relationships, promotions, whatever it is, we're praying that you get it right now. Just believe it, then you can receive it. But the title of today's show is The Sales Are Still Booming. The sales are still booming. Now, it's sort of a light title. And what I mean by that is, it's the theme of the show, but we're not jumping right into that. And the theme is basically, man, you know, recently I've done all these shows talking about, hey, it's Black Friday. Hey, you know, all these sales and things of that nature that I own. And I was saying, you know, telling everybody, hey, you know, that's looking to buy a companion doll and get into the game, that this is that sweet season. And out of all the sweetest seasons that you could become a companion doll owner, the absolute sweetest is Black Friday week, Cyber Monday, and all that type of rigmarole. But here's the deal. That has passed. But I've told you, there will still be great sales. And guess what? If you didn't pull the trigger, if you hesitated out of the block and you didn't, you know, decide to buy, but you was like, man, I should have, you know, I should have bought. Never fear. You still have a little bit of time to get great deals. So, as I've said a million times, I have vendors in the links of all of my videos, great trusted vendors. You can try to go research and find your own vendors, but you can find everything you need with my vendors. And by going with my vendors, you would help the show out. And I appreciate everybody who decided to get a dog. Everybody that decided to do that already. I'm glad you went, the few people that have went through me, I really appreciate you for going through me. So it helps the show and keeps everything going. But this is not just about me saying, hey, go through my vendors. I'm really telling you, man, this is the time. It's still a great time to get a dog. And other sales will be popping up that I keep you aware of. But as of right now, man, I have a couple of vendors that are still bringing massive, massive savings. If you want to, you can take a look while the show is going on. Just make sure you're paying attention to what I'm saying, though. But you can check out all my vendors in the links in my videos. You can also check them out in the About section of my YouTube channel. So, hey, have at it. Take a look, browse, and hopefully you will find the girl of your dreams. So with all that said, we're going to get right into the show, see who won today's competition. And it's my guy, Leo. Leo say, good morning. I'm still trying to get my girl. Austin Patton says, hey, guys. Oh, that's great to hear, man. But this show is still definitely for you, man, because I'm talking to people out there that's still interested in getting a girl, thinking about getting a girl. And once again, remember when I tell you that this is a hot season to buy a dog? Once again, I'm not trying to push you over the ledge. Because getting a dog is a big decision. You got to think about space. You got to think about care. You got to think about, hey, is this something you really want to do? So you got to beat yourself up over and over again to finally get to the point where okay, this is about that right time. So I'm not trying to push you over the edge. When I tell you the sales are still booming, when I tell you, hey, it's Black Friday week, this is the best time to get a dog and go through my vendors, take a look at them. When I'm telling you that, I'm talking to people who are already over the edge. That's who I'm trying to reach. I'm not trying to force you over the edge if you're still thinking. If you're still thinking, that's fine. But if you're close to making that decision, I'm letting you know this is probably the best time, the second, best time other than Black Friday week to get your companion dog. So, man, take a look at the sales and hopefully you'll make a great decision if it's that time, for you to get a girl, and you'll pick the right one. It's a million choices out there. Believe me, it can drive you crazy. It can drive you crazy. But Leo, my guy, he won the competition today, guys. And that simply means that he was first to the Dog King Power Hour. And I write his name down in the book as the winner for the week. And at the end, well, not the end, whenever I come into overflow, where I have more than enough, where I can, give back, I want to try to give $1 away a year, at least $1 away a year. And that's nothing to sneeze at. These dogs can be very expensive. So no matter whether I get into more promotions or whatever, no matter what's going on the channel, when I come into overflow, I want to be able to give back. I want to be able to give back. And I think $1 a year is not going overboard. That'll just add to somebody's joy, one person a year. I think that'll be great. And I'm going to take all the people that win these Dog King Power Hours, put their names in a raffle, and we're going to see who wins. Now, this first raffle is going to be stacked with winners, because I don't know when this overflow is coming. It can come tomorrow. It can come a few months from now. It can come a year from now, 2 years from now. It's all about God's time. And so I don't know when that's going to actually happen. I'm not selling the dream. I'm simply saying whenever I can, I put this plan into effect. I would definitely put it into effect. So congratulations to Leo for winning today. So with all that said, let's jump right into these videos, because I want to definitely have time to do what the theme of this show is calling for. And that is, I'm going to run really quickly through the sales that are actually still active right now. Really quickly. I'm going to run through it. let you guys understand what's still out there. And even going forward, while this season is still going on, I already know it's another show that's going to come up that's going to talk about sales, because I know of another big sale that's going to be coming pretty soon. But with all that said, let's jump right into the gritty as well as the nitty. And once again, I do want to say, hey, sorry I was a little late today. You know, this is, you know, I try to start the show at 1:30, 12:30 if I can, but I don't quite never ever make that goal. It's usually about 1:30, 2:30 in the morning in the United States over here when I start the show. And sometimes it's even later. And today, man, it was just a super duper busy day. I was doing work, talking to family, and it really tired me out. I promise you, man, it tired me out, and I couldn't even hardly get up. But once I, got up and stuff, I started feeling the energy, baby. Dog King Power Hour time. I started feeling the energy, but that's why we are a little late. I wish I could have started about an hour earlier. So some of you guys are probably like, man, some people probably went to sleep thinking like, hey, the show didn't come on yet. I was running a little late. So sorry about that. But guess what? We here now. We are here now. Now let me see what the hell I'm doing right quick. Okay. We finna look at these comments. And I got a brand new comment. I didn't even get a chance to say anything on that one yet. Oh, here we go. Guys, here we go. I don't understand why this, man, look here. Here we go. We starting out with this old dry mouth mess already. I got my handy grape juice here. Ooh. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Boy. Whew. Okay. Where was I at? I actually lost my spot. Dog King Army team members, God bless you out there, man. Appreciate your inner support. And for anybody that doesn't know, that's my team membership, man. That's something I still would like people to consider joining. But with all that said, my first video, I have a comment from none other than my guy Leo. And the comment is on my video, Joy Love Dolls, a great deal. And in this video, which I'm going to be talking about at the end of this live stream, I was talking about how Joy Love Dolls has some great damn well deals right now. Great deals for companion dogs. So once again, they are in the link of this video. You can check them out. But Leo says, Jay, I really want to purchase a WM doll from Joy Love Dolls. Oh, no. Hold on. That's old. Oh, no. It's not old. I answered this question early with this video. Now with another video, I answered it. I said something about, I think I did a video saying they were completely legit. That's what I did. I answered this question, but I'm going to address it again here. Leo says, I really want to purchase a WM doll from Joy Love Dolls to help support your channel. The problem I'm having is that I can see the vendor is a certified seller, but how can they make 10 different sizes of a particular model when WM only makes one size? Does this mean that only one size they sell is certified and the others are clones? This made me feel uncomfortable with the purchase, so now I'm checking out other vendors. Thanks in advance for looking into this. And I answered him, I said, hey, friend, it's totally legit. They offer you the chance to pair their head with other WM bodies. Most vendors don't offer the option. Normally, when you go to buy a doll, you have to choose a different body, type, and then you change the head. But with this vendor, with the WM and YL dolls, you can just change it to whatever body you want to out of their lineup. When you look at the other brands that are on their site, they don't allow you to do that. It's sort of like it's old school. Basically, when you go choose a doll, you can only change the head. But they got some type of deal with WM, OR, and YL to where if you choose a WM or YL doll, you can choose whatever body you want. You can just change. You can change it to a damn torso if you want to. I said most vendors don't offer that option, but vendors differ in what and how they offer customizations. I said they also have the proper certification from WM Doll stating that they trust this vendor to sell authentic WM products. I saw it all. It's all on the site. I say it's the same type of certification of authenticity I received with my WM doll. So they're good. And I wish I had it out right now. But I just meant that, when I saw their certificate, I was like, yep, that's WM certificate. Because I don't care what vendor you buy. If you do buy a WM doll, they're not the only ones that do this, but they're one of the most prominent ones. If you ever buy a WM doll, I don't care what vendor you get her from, you better have a certificate of authenticity in that box. And I'm telling you, if you ever get a WM doll and you don't have that certificate, now then you can be pissed, because you're supposed to get your WM doll, and when she gets that certificate of authenticity, like I got with Saima Renee Uzumaki, you can go straight to WM's home site and put that certificate number in, and it would tell you if it's a real doll. If it's a real WM doll, because when I got Saima, I put her code in there and it said, hey, yep, she's legitimate. So I don't fall for that thing of when a vendor says you're a WM, don't let them tell you it doesn't come with a certificate of authenticity. Don't fall for that line. And so they had their certificate. I said, yeah, they're good. I said they wouldn't be listed on TDF. That's the DAW form. That's actually another site that has other vendors on there. I don't send anybody over there. Why? Because I want you to support the show. And quite honestly, all of my vendors that I have listed can offer you everything you can find over there. But the good thing about TDF is they do have the ability to like visit these warehouses and things of that nature. And I know in most cases that they have, to make sure these places are legitimate. And so once they get you on their site, I mean, you're legitimate. You're a legitimate vendor. You're a legitimate brand, or you're a legitimate vendor. I said, they're good, but it's up to you, my friend. Thanks for asking me to check for you. And I appreciate him for asking me to check, or having a concern and not being scared to ask, because even in the future, if one of my vendors treats you horribly, I want to investigate that, because I don't want to keep bad vendors, if they start treating my customers wrong or something crazy like that, even if they're certified. So I always ask questions and stuff. And, even when I went to look, I went back to WM's home site, and it was like one of those bodies that I didn't actually see on WM, but I didn't understand how they were doing it until I started looking at the YL dolls, and, you being able to change all of their bodies as well. But you can't change any other brand's bodies. And that's when I was like, okay, here we go. They're just offering everybody that you can get from their warehouses. That's all they're doing. Because basically, I know a lot of you don't know this, but WMOR and YL, they're the same company, and they pretty much work out of the damn same warehouse. Like, somebody explained it to me, like they're like literally next door in the same warehouse. Owned by the same people. The company just specialize, the different parts of the company just specialize on different things. Like WM, they're more bottom heavy. They more focus on them booties. Where YL, they more focus on the breasts. I don't know as much about OR. I'm gonna be honest with you. So just to make a long story short, all of my vendors, which there are 7, including Real Doll, Abyss Creations now, because I did add Real Doll to the list. So I do have the lucky holy number 7 as far as my vendors, and all of them are 1,000,000% legitimate. And as a matter of fact, I did notice that a few people have actually ordered from Joy Love Dolls, and I would love to hear back from them once they get their shipment in. And I know, like I say, I've had a few good viewers that have went through my vendors, and I appreciate it. I have one viewer that said he went through my vendors. I think he mentioned that he went through your doll. But when I looked at it, I'm like, okay, it didn't show up that he went through your doll. So he probably did go through your doll, but he might have not clicked on my link. So be sure that if you want to support the show, that you click on my links in the description of the videos to go to the vendors, or go to my about section, like I've said, on YouTube. I do want to tell you one thing, though. One of my vendor links is a bit longer than it used to be. If any of you are familiar with looking at my links, you actually, it's funny that I'm bringing up Joy Love Dolls, because their link is a little bit longer. They contacted me and they changed their link the other day. So I'm going to try to shorten it back up in the future, but I don't know how to right now. So I'm just going to leave it just like it is. But everything is functional, it's working. You have nothing to worry about. All these sites are 1,000,000% legit. No black sites to be worried about. These are great vendors that represent great brands. So the only thing I've sort of told you about, and I talked to you about at the end, is when you go through my vendors, other than seeing who has bigger sales than the other one, it's just some vendors that have a smaller selection, but all of them have great brands. Some have smaller selection, some have brands that other ones don't have. So if you're looking for a particular brand, Game Lady, Starbury, Iron Tech, WM, Piper, whatever it might be, if you go to one of my vendors and they don't carry one, don't just leave and say, "Oh, his vendors don't carry it." No, another one of these vendors carry it. Another one of my vendors would carry what you're looking for. And now you don't even have to leave if you want a real dog. And that's what makes me super duper happy, because I never liked the fact that I'm like, man, people can enjoy the show with me. Then they can think about, hey, okay, man, I want to go and get a dog before I leave here. And they can check my description of my video or the about section of my YouTube and they can buy a dog, right? What if a person really was like, man, I really want a real dog, but damn, now I got to leave the show to go over here to Real Dog to give me a dog without supporting the show. But now it makes me feel good that at least you can, support the show through me pretty much in all realms. The only thing that you can buy right now that won't directly support the show is a Kimber doll. And that's the doll like Callie. And I said, hey, if you're looking to start your journey, you can't start it with a better doll than a Kimber doll. It's, it comes in at a price that, you can afford, as well as being a great quality girl. But they don't even have an affiliate program. So whatever sales that they have ever gotten from their Kimber dolls is nothing that I'm getting anything from. But what's good, like I told you, is they sort of started things off with, they said, hey, we can't give you anything, but we can offer something to any of your any of your viewers. Any of your viewers that buy a dog from us, we'll give them a free weed. And so they still do that to this day. And if you do ever buy a beginning Kimber dog, a beginning companion dog, and go to Kimber dog, you can put my code in DOLLKING. And like I say, of course, I would love them to be able to help the show a little bit when people do make a purchase. But I say it does warm my heart knowing that my viewers are going to get something based off of the company just showing love to the channel. So that's something else that still is pretty damn well cool. I do have another comment on this video, and it's from Cerulean Electric Throne. He says, Jay, you are the coolest brother on earth. Thanks for bringing awesome content and reviews. And I said, God bless you, and thank you for the support. My friend gave him a thumbs up. And like I say, when you're following your journey, I always say, you can't wait for anybody to say anything supportive of you, or you'll be waiting forever. And you can't depend on it. But when people do send you support, believe me, it does feel good and encouraging. So thank you, Cerulean. Because once again, man, we all want to be successful at whatever we do. And, I'm honestly obsessed with keeping this channel up, alive, and running, through doing what I love to do. That's really the thing, through doing what I love to do. So I never do this show, like I've said before, I never do this show even thinking about my personal gain or finances. I don't even think about that type of stuff. What I think about is, when it comes to finances at all, is still being able to do this every day, still being able to support the show, and one day making enough to where I can help somebody that I don't know. So that's where it comes from. I'm never motivated to do this show every day from what the show can give me. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm motivated by helping people, and this is just a passion of mine. So it feels good to hear the encouragement from doing something I just naturally love to do. So with all that said, that was the first video. Paul Heyman, he commented on my last Dog King Power Hour. Once again, the theme has been strong recently. That show was called The Time Is Now. And I was once again saying, look, if you're going to get a doll, the time is right about now. This is the best time. This is the best time. Uh, the very best time was Black Friday and Cyber Monday. But guess what? It's still the best time of year to be shopping for a companion dog. And my guy Paul Heyman says, what did he say? He said 4-hour live stream. Wow, that's not a power hour. That's a church service. I'm in the back row falling asleep. Now I hope I said it went a little long, but it was all necessary, my friend, with the thumbs up. I laughed a little bit too. But once again, I ain't never trying to put anybody to sleep. But it's cool to me. It's cool with me if you fall asleep listening to the show. I've done it to other people's shows. I fell asleep listening to Anna. Not because she was boring, but hey, I was already sleeping. I wanted to listen to her before I went to sleep. And she sent me on the bed. So under those circumstances, I'm cool. But if you're just bored, no, I don't want to hear that. But I never try to add a lot of fat onto my shows. I never try to say, you know what? I done talked for an hour. How can I stretch this out to 2 or 3? That's never my point. So if my show is 1, 2, 3, or 4 hours, believe me, just like I said in that comment, it was all necessary. Everything. I was talking about sales. That's the thing. I did this normal show like I'm doing now, and I went through and covered the sales in a very meticulous manner. So it added about an hour and a half on that show, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me. So with all that said, I know it may not be information that everybody may want to sit through 3 or 4 hours, but when I do something like that, oh, it's all necessary. And even when I do a shorter show, I try to make sure it's no fat left, other than when I'm conversing and answering questions with the comments, which I have a few over here that I'm finna get to. And lately, it's crazy. When I first started live streaming, I really didn't have a compass. So those earlier streams, man, they used to be 5-hour live streams, man. I just didn't have a compass as to, when it was time to sort of save something for later. But now I try to be cognizant of, okay, man, about 2.5 hours or so. It's not like that's just too long. In some cases, it can go longer than that. But I try to leave it to where, okay, if somebody wants to watch this back, it's somewhat digestible. So I try not to go too long, but sometimes it's necessary. I'm gonna check in right quick. The Rabbit says, good morning to you and the girls. What up, Rabbit? Unknown Crash says, wish you and the girls a good one this holiday season. You too, Unknown. Sheila Bell in the house, Dog King Army team member. Good morning, Dog King. What up, Sheila Bell? Great to hear from you today. Wait a minute. Let me see something. Oh my God. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Let me see. There we go. That should be. What's going on here? I don't know. Let me see. Maybe that'll change. That shit. No. I guess I just leave it alone. I ain't gonna worry about it. Either way, the camera it's not. It needs to be one adjustment to make it a little bit better, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Either way, Roxy Nebula says, good morning, everyone. Have a blessed Wednesday. What up, Roxy? Oh, Kenny Pro says, what do I think of Silicone Wives online store? Kenny, God bless you for having you here. But once again, when I hear things like this, I realize that you haven't been around the show probably as much as I would love you to be. And I only say that because they are one of my vendors, Kenny. Silicone Wives is one of the vendors that are in the descriptions of my video. So just to answer your question, it's no way in hell I would have them as one of my vendors if I didn't think that they were a worthy vendor. They're actually, if you do any searches for vendors, they're always going to come up as one of the top vendors. The thing about Silicone Wives is they just don't have this booming gigantic selection, but they're known for delivering quality dolls. They're known for dealing with quality companies and delivering a quality product. What I really love about them is they make their own dolls. They have, they're one of these vendors that actually are starting to delve into making their own doll. And once again, I always would love a doll made exactly like I want it made. But they do have a couple of custom dolls that they made, and one of them is this EVF doll, and I didn't even know who she was. She's a porn star though. I didn't even know who she was, an adult entertainer basically. But man, this girl is so hot. I never thought, I'm not into porn or anything. I don't really look at that. I don't look at it like that. I'm not trying to say I've never looked at it or, hey, I won't ever glance at it. Now, I'm not going to say I won't ever do that. But I'm saying I'm not one of these guys just constantly pulling it up every 20 seconds. And, I got a friend, he comes to visit me, and man, he gets to just listing all of the porn stars in the industry. Man, have you seen her? Have you seen her? And I'll be like, man, I have no idea who you're talking about because I don't keep up with it like that, names and all that stuff. But man, when I saw that they made this EVF doll, and I'm talking about Silicone Wives, they're a vendor, one of my vendor links in the description of my videos, or you can go to the about section of my YouTube channel to see all my vendors. But man, when I went to visit their site and I was looking at this EVF doll, I was like, man, this doll is super hot. I said, but let me go look at the real girl because I had never saw her. Man, let me tell you, I don't really get amped up when I see too many videos or anything. But this EVF girl was so damn hot and fine, and I ain't gonna even lie. She has some very attractive body parts, if you know what I mean. I mean, this girl is hot. And I'm gonna tell you what's so amazing about her is I know why she's so popular because she's so fine, so pretty, so cute, and so innocent looking that, and this is a very hard feat. Even while she's having sex with somebody else, she still manages to look innocent. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? I can't lie, I'm still looking at her like, man, you know how angelic you gotta look, and that's crazy to use that during that particular context. But I'm gonna tell you, man, when I saw this girl in action, it reminded me of when I told Anna one time, or when I was talking about Anna. Anna was talking about making love to George Lucas. And I was telling everybody that when she was talking about making love to, and if you don't know who I'm talking about this YouTube girl that I know named that Star Wars girl, Anna. She's a friend of the show, I like to think. My first scent competition winner. But she was talking about one night how if she ever met George Lucas, since she's a big Star Wars fan, she'd do whatever he wanted her to do. And I told everybody that night that I told everybody the next stream that I did, I said, you know what? When Anna said that, I didn't hear anything but my name where George Lucas' names was, where his name was. Instead of her saying she'd do whatever George Lucas would do, I heard her say she'd do whatever I wanted to do. It had me laughing. Well, when I saw EVF in this porn that I saw her in, the first thing I was thinking was, man, it's like I didn't even see that guy. I was just sort of damn near seeing myself like, man, and that don't always happen, but she was just that hot. So they make a great doll. They make a great doll from what I've saw. But they're a great vendor. The only problem you're going to have with them is, and I'll talk about that later, but they don't have booming sales during the holiday season right now. They have some sales, but they aren't booming. And that's why I say I promote all of my vendors for you to go look at them. Because one reason you may want to go with Silicone Wives right now, or even another one or two of my vendors, is because even if they don't have the bigger sales, they may have a brand that the other vendors don't have. you know, because I have a couple of vendors that carry Game Lady, but the other ones don't. Uh, and I have one vendor and that carries, you know, $6 Jenny. They carry God Know It. None of the other vendors carry them. So you'll find things like that. You'll find, you know, little things like that. But you can find whatever you're looking for, and you can find great deals. Here I go. I got a little bad guy that entered the room, so we got to block him. So yeah, Kenny, I'm glad you asked the question. I had to sort of prop you up and put you on center stage for for a little while to talk about Silicon Wise, but I'm not beating you up. I'm basically saying that because I want you to check in more often, and I want you to, you know, see more shows and be up to date more, especially if you're interested in getting a girl in the future. Ataya, another one of my Dog King Army team members. She said, "Hey Jay, woke up to catch you tonight. Good morning to you and the girls." That's great, Ataya. Like I told everybody, I actually started a little later tonight. Uh, I even get confused with it. Later in the morning, because it's actually early in the morning, first thing in the morning on Wednesday here. But yeah, we started a little later. So I always say things always work out the way they're supposed to. So I caught up with the comments, and now let's get back to these videos because we don't have a whole ton of stuff to cover. But every time I say that, the Dog King Power Hour, it is at least 2 hours. DAS says, "Thanks, my friend. It was hold on. DAS says, "Thanks for the super long stream, brother. And you are so right." He said, "I'll probably do all my future purchases during Black Friday week. Be easy." And I said, "Thanks, my friend. It was a long show, but necessary." I laughed and gave a thumbs up. I said, "Black Friday is always the best deal, but sometimes dog fever strikes hard during other parts of the year." And what I meant by that is, it's happened to me. Black Friday is the best time to get a dog or make any purchases pretty much for that matter. But you know what? Once Black Friday leaves, and let's just say that you even allow Christmas sale to leave. If I get dog fever in January, you know what I'm not doing if I got the money? I'm not waiting till Black Friday. And that's what sort of what I was trying to tell DAS without going all the way into it. I agree with him. Like, hey man, if you got, and see, he can afford to now because he has girls at the house, you know, so he can be more patient than somebody who doesn't even have a dog. But I would say this: even when you got other dogs, when dog fever strikes, sometimes it just strikes. And I know me, all these girls came pretty much after Black Friday, other than Saima. It was other parts of the year where I knew I could have waited for 6 or 7 more months, but you think I was gonna wait 7 more months to get my dog? I'm like, hell no. I'm finna get her right now. And so that's what I was saying. Hey, it's unrealistic to think in most cases that you're gonna wait all the way to Black Friday. And I'm talking not DAS, I'm talking about just the common person. Because when dog fever hit, it hits. You know, you got to jump into action. I just said the good thing about Black Friday is if you're building up into a frenzy and you're like, man, I want a dog, I want a dog. It's a great thing to where if you build up into a frenzy right around Black Friday and right around the Christmas season and the holidays, you know, it's good if you build yourself up into a lather and it just so happens to be around that time of year because you're going to be in the best position possible to get a girl. Or let's just say you're starting to get antsy in October. Well, guess what? In that case, that's when I'm gonna be like, hey, you might want to hold out for a couple months. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, not a couple months, but a month. October, November. If you get antsy in September, then I say hold off a couple months. You know, it's best to wait till Black Friday. But let me tell you, never underestimate the power of dog fever. Believe me, it can be stronger than you think. I'm telling you, man. It can pull you in, and you've been and bought it a week before Black Friday. But like you say, it would be best if you could wait, you know, in most cases. But I'm telling you,
You'll understand, especially if you ever buy your first girl. You'll understand, man. And he understands. I don't have to explain this to DS. He knows how dog fever is. He knows how it hits. Like I say, I'm sure he'll do his best to wait till Black Friday, but if it really hits him, he gonna make a move. He understands what I'm saying. So that was all the comments on that video. That was the time is now. Now we move right along. Where we at now? Okay. Oh yeah. I got an old video called Three Girls with Three Different Roles. And in that video, I was talking about how it's funny that I got these three girls out right now because these were the girls that was in that video. I'm trying to think. No, I don't think. No, somebody wasn't in it. It looked like there might be Austin that was in the video from what I'm looking at. But either way, I had three different girls with me at the time. I had a girl laying down where Callie was recently, laying down in the bed. I had the girl sitting up where Mara Blade is sitting in the bed. And I had the girl sitting in the chair where Saima is. And I was just talking about how, man, with these multiple girls, I just love how all my girls, they be playing different roles in my life at different times. Because with the setup, I was saying I had a girl in a wheelchair to watch TV with me. I had a girl to sit up and watch TV with me when I jump up in the bed, and I can lay on her thigh at night, in that sitting position that Mara Blade is in. And then I said, even if I want to turn over and just have a sleeping partner, I had the girl laying down. So that's what I was talking about in that video about how, man, it's sweet how your girls can just start playing different roles in your life. So I had a person to come in that they didn't even comment on that. And this made me laugh. A girl, I don't know whether it's a guy or girl, honestly, but named Mila. I'm assuming it's a girl. Said, how do you afford all of this? And did a LOL. And then I said, God turns dreams into reality. That's basically what I said. Believe me, God did it more than I've done anything. And honestly, I've talked about it before. A lot of times to jump into this game, you're going to have to start making decisions. Do you actually want to pay a certain bill or do you want to get into the dog game? I'm serious. And that's what it came down to me. If you even, like right behind me, I just show you guys a little bit. You can see that you see that cardboard. That's a hole in my wall. And that's a hole in my wall that I've had. I've had that hole in the wall before I got my first companion dog because I had a pipe bust. And man, it cost a lot of money to get that pipe fixed, and I didn't have enough money to fix the wall. So it's a hole there, really, that I covered up with cardboard. And before I bought Saima, I was like, man, I need to get this wall fixed. And I was at a frustrating time. I wasn't at the same mental state that I am now. God was in my life, but I still hadn't come up. I wasn't Jay Hefner yet. J Dog can't help me. And man, I remember that wall was busted, and I kept on thinking, like, man, it's gonna cost X amount to get this wall fixed. Then I do still, honestly, to this day, I still got other things I need to fix. And if you've been following the show, other than the other things I need to fix, I have a hot water heater that went out. I still don't have hot water in the house. My car, it broke down. I don't have a car anymore. So it's a million things that it's a million things as far as resources that have broken down or I could be trying to pay for. But I told you, at some point, man, you're gonna have to come up to one of those what the F moments where you got to decide: do you want to keep being a responsible adult, or do you want to just do something to make yourself happy for once? And I'm sorry, man. Sometimes you got to say the hell with these responsibilities. You know why? Because man, you're gonna be, in most cases, it's gonna be you're gonna owe somebody some damn. It's gonna be a bill. I ain't gonna say you're gonna owe money because I don't ever want to speak that negativity over you. But I'm just saying you're gonna have a light bill, right? Well, guess what? You're gonna die owing somebody a light bill or something. It's something you always, it's always going to be a bill to be paid. And you know what? If you're not careful, you'll be paying these damn bills and only focusing on that and never having any damn fun. And before you know it, you'll be checking out of here. And I had just got fed up. I'm like, you know what? No, to hell with this hole in the wall, to hell with whatever the hell else I need to fix right now. I'm getting a damn doll. And so, honestly, to afford a doll or whatever you're trying to get, you're going to have to say, if you're not in financial overflow where you got more than enough, and that's, and most people out there, you just, working 9 to 5s, man, just trying to make it. And I'm telling you, sometimes you just got to say the hell with everything. I'm finna do something for me. I'm finna invest in myself at the cost of not doing something that I probably should do. You know why? Because I always do all the things that I should do. And then sometimes in life, you got to say, the hell with this. I'm finna do something that I want to do. Hell, you ain't working every day for nothing. Sometimes you just got to buck the system. Now, if you got little kids at home, which I never wanted kids, thank you God that I didn't have kids. But, if you got kids, a wife and a family, it's a whole different responsibility where you got to try to keep food on the plate at all times. You may not have resources to do something like this, at any time. But I'm telling you, if it's within your means and you can say to hell with something and go ahead and get your dog, I say, you know what? Under those circumstances, sometimes you got to say to hell with it. And so it's not that I was in overflow when I got my girls or anything. I just made a decision. I'm sick of being in underflow. I'm sick of waiting to get into overflow. That's what happened with me. And hell, I don't want to go into even greater detail, but hey, believe me, it's laughable at the things that I haven't done to get my dogs. I'm like, you know what? To hell with this, to hell with that, to hell with that. And so, look, believe me, man, sacrificing for something I love, that's how I got them. But you know what? When I say, when I said that statement of God turns dreams into reality, a lot of it is also me saying, you know what? I'm just gonna have to depend on God to take care of me, because you know what? He is. He put the desire in my heart to get the dog to begin with. He put the whole journey in my heart. And so, you know what? I just took it. That's really what I did. I said, I'm finna show some faith here. Forget this. God gonna take care of me. And you know what? He is. He's still pushing me forward. And that's what he'll do for you. Push you forward once you take a chance, a leap of faith. Let me see what happened right quick. The rabbit says, damn, Thana is so fine. And I ain't gonna lie, that girl is a sexy woman. But her one George Lucas and that husk on her foot makes me wonder. Well, let me break everything down to you. I've talked about the husk on her foot, and let me tell you, you got to know how to not get fooled, the rabbit. You got to know how to not get the food don't get fooled by the carrot, the rabbit. And let me tell you, let me explain it to you. First of all, women are not attracted by physical as much as you think. Yes, they like a man that looks handsome and stuff, but women are more attracted by ambition, bro. That's the funniest thing about a woman. That's why I keep on telling all these guys, I'm ugly. I can't get no woman, a human woman. Look, I'm not in the human woman game right now. I don't have any human woman vagina that I'm getting. I just have my girls here, and I don't even make love to them. So I'm not in the human woman game, but I have been deep in the game in a million different ways. And I've told you, people that are incels or people that are still desiring to just really try hard to get with the human woman, I've told all of you, man, you can all be successful. You can't get every woman you dream of, but you can get women, because they don't even operate on the same mentality. Yes, they don't mind having a guy that's not dead gorgeous, like a Brad Pitt. Don't get me wrong. But women, they don't just look for that, man. They're attracted by not just your pocketbooks, but they're attracted by just your ambition. You being successful in life, being smart and all these type of things. I'm telling you, women, they can really like all of those things. And George Lucas, by him being, when you get ultra successful like he is, women they don't even see your body anymore. That even age doesn't even deter a woman when they're a fan of you like that and of your work. So when she says she wants to make love to George Lucas, that doesn't throw me off or put me off because he's older. It's because, hey, she just loves him that much. You know, I can't lie. I used to say, and I promise you, my mama would verify this. I had the biggest crush in the universe on Joan Rivers when she was alive. Even in her, I'm talking about in her old age. I don't know what it was about that older woman. I used to say, you know what? I would knock the panties off of Joan Rivers. I loved her. And she was older, super older. But it was just something about her. She just kept looking good all the way till she died. To me. Now, I'm not saying George Lucas still looks good, but once again, women are attracted by success and things of that nature. And by her being such a fan of Star Wars, that just gets her panties very wet. So I don't down her for that. Now, the husk on her foot, I even saw the video you're talking about, and I talked about it, I think, in the first competition, the first scent competition I had. I was like, man, I don't like that husk on her foot because I'm a foot-loving guy. And you know what, man? Here's the deal. I'm by no means perfect as a human. You know what I'm saying? A woman can come over here and be like, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this, about me. I'm not, when I critique these ladies, I'm not trying to come off as perfect. I'm not. But us men are just more physical. We look at the physical a little bit more. We're more attracted by that. And she even has said she doesn't have the best looking feet. They're not ugly or chopped up or anything, but they aren't as dainty as they probably could be. But they're not what I would call ugly. And when I saw that husk that she was talking about on her feet, what I mean by don't get food is it ain't no real husk. It ain't no husk that is going to chase any man off, believe me. When I saw her pull that little mess off her foot, it was nothing. She gets pedicures and stuff, so that little stuff that she pulled off, it was just a little dead skin. It wasn't husk like I've seen. I remember I went to the nail shop one time and I saw this girl getting a pedicure. Bro, it was a pile of dead skin under her foot that the woman had cut off. Now that's husk. So she doesn't have that. And so that's what I'm trying to say. Don't let her throw you off of her scent. She even tried to say, yeah, I'm hairy. You ain't hairy. That little peach fuzz on you ain't nothing. Get out of here. Or when she tries to talk about, yeah, I got husk on my foot. No, you ain't fooling me. You ain't chasing nobody away. Your foot is just fine. Get out of here. Ain't nobody falling for that bull crap. So that's all I'm saying. Don't fall for that. She's straight, believe me. Atai says, kind of a bummer recently. She said, I was expecting my transport chair to arrive yesterday. UPS has been so random with his tracking. Hard to tell where the heck it even is right now. I just say, I know that type of stuff can be frustrating, but just calm down and tell you. Believe me, it's going to get there right on time. It's going to get there right on time. It's going to get there. I don't know what you went through, though. Honestly, man, I hate to say it. I don't know where you actually bought it from, whether you actually bought it directly from a wheelchair company. But I know me at this point, and I hate to even just constantly give Bezos more money, but I would have probably just went straight through Amazon because I know it's going to get here within a certain amount of time. And when you're going to look for something like a wheelchair, something like they got reputable wheelchairs, on their site. So I would have probably just went straight through them myself. And maybe you did go through them, but I know when I go through them, hey, it's going to be here within, a week. Let me see what she says right quick before I get back to my video. She said, speaking as a first-time doll owner, words can describe how worthwhile it is and at peace. I'm trying to say it right because the way it's written is not right. So let me say it again. And I'm not trying to strike at you, Atai, but it just wasn't worded. Probably just a mistake here. So let me try to say it right. Speaking as a first-time doll owner, words can describe how worthwhile and at peace. Okay. Okay, that it shouldn't be there. Okay. Speaking as a first-time dog owner, words can't describe how worthwhile and peace generating it is to have a dog. I had to sacrifice for an entire summer to have her, but it's all worth it. See, that's what I'm saying. Now, she just saved her money, to get it. I know when I first got a dog, I ended up having some money saved, and it probably tax time or something happened where I ended up having some money. But I do know this. Once again, I had other things that if I wanted to be responsible, that I was supposed to spend it on. But I just couldn't wait anymore. I'm like, nope, I can't wait. I can't do it. And congratulations on you for saving and getting that girl, because I love what she said when she said, words can't describe how worthwhile and the peace generating it is. I hate that it is in there. It just throws me off, Talia. But she says, and peace generating it is, because that's a great statement about her dog being worthwhile and about it generating peace. Generating peace. Because that's exactly what these dogs can do if you allow them to do that. And I'll explain what I mean a little bit later. Austin Patton says, nothing wrong with being a hero for yourself too. Exactly. Sometimes you got to invest in yourself, doing something good for yourself. And a lot of us are allergic to that. We're so used to just, man, sticking to the script, man. Sometimes you do got to live. Oh, no. No, I can't tell you too much, but no, that's definitely not what I get. No, not from Thana. No. You read. Hey, look, I just say I respect your opinion, but I definitely respectfully disagree with that statement. No. He says, I agree with you, not down on her at all, but just makes me think she might not be too much fun in bed. I'm going to be honest with you. It may be a lot of things you can think about Thana, but let me tell you, my nose is never wrong about this. In the bedroom is somewhere that she does not have a problem making somebody happy, I say that. Unknown Crash says, I personally go for inanimate females because they give me what I want and more. And that's just fine, Crash, for you. Hey, I got my synthetic girls here right now, too. But the only thing I'm going to challenge you on is, if you're trying to say you're going for inanimate females and you've never been with a human woman, then that's when I say, if you are somebody like that, then you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Because only thing I don't like about this statement is when it comes from people who have no experience with the human woman, because you don't even know what you're talking about if you're saying that under those circumstances. I'm not talking about if you've ever tried to talk to a woman and you never got her. If you've never sniffed a vagina, you can't make the statement that it's better. You don't even know what the hell you're missing. And I'm not saying you don't, but I'm saying if you don't, then I am speaking to you. But I always tell people, the dog game is amazingly fulfilling. But if you expect me to ever lie to you and tell you that you should never have had a human experience, you're a fool. I would never tell you that. Like I told you, what makes me so happy in the dog game is having so much vagina that I don't need to question about how it feels. I've had girlfriends and relationships and engagements and things of that nature. So, hey, I've went through the gamut of dating human women. And you know what? I've told you guys, you can choose not to ever get vagina anymore if you want to. That's fine. I'm just because I got my girls, I'm not choosing not to get human vagina anymore. Don't ever be fooled by that. I'm letting you know, if the right Thanos steps on my doorstep, I'm tearing it up. Like I said, me and my girls don't make love right now. We don't have that type of relationship, but I still make love to a human woman anytime if she's attractive and we have chemistry. Like I say, I would even date her for, I can date a woman right now. I would date her I'm not looking for that because I'm super happy. But I would date her. And but I just say I do love my girls to where they're not going anywhere. But I'm gonna do a show sort of talking about that whole potential dating thing. It's funny because I'm let me make sure I wrote that down. It's such a funny show to think about. Let me write it down. Yeah, I got it right. That's gonna be an amazing little show that I'm gonna talk about right there. That's gonna be super fun. So yeah. It's cool to to enjoy yourself in this life. But I say anybody that has never dated a human woman, never made love, or if you're on the other side, like Italia, if you've never had a relationship with a male, never made love to a human male, if you're a female, guess what? No offense, that's something that you need to do. You know, you need to do that. So when you get on this side, you can be like me, happy, fulfilled. Because I just sort of hate to when I hear these people, and some of them may even be dog owners. They get over here and be like, "Yeah, forget these human women. I don't want no part of it. Have you ever been with a human woman? Have you ever made love to a woman? Well, how do you know? I just know. I know it ain't good. What? Nah, bro. You don't know. You don't know. Rabbit said, you also had me down with the angel tear vagina from last competition. I've only come across one of those so far. And honestly, I didn't really say it was, well, I said I was talking about the beautiful, what's her name? Krista Nova. I was like, man, it's just something about her to make me think she wipes her vagina with angel wings. Because that girl is just something about her. But he says, I've only come across one of those once so far. Like I say, man, that's why I do know that I am blessed because, man, I've come across way more than one. I've had a full life, and I guess, from that standpoint, I've often told people, man, I've had so much vagina. It's ridiculous, man. So, like I say, I've had a lot of amazingly top quality vagina in my life. So, believe me, it's out there, brother. It's out there. Okay, good. Crash says I've given it a go. Well, once again, when you say I've given it a go, I'm still hoping you saying that you've had love, not tried to get a girl. Because see, once again, that's the difference. You got some people that say, I've given it a go. I tried to date a girl before. She rejected me. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about making love to a woman, dating a woman. So he says, drama is something I don't miss, yo. Drama is something I don't miss, yo. And believe me, I've often said that is the best part of being with a synthetic companion. And I can't wait till I get to this video. That's the best part of getting to the with being with a synthetic companion is leaving the drama behind. And I'm glad you said that because I'm going to hopefully come back to this statement when I get a little further onto the show. I don't agree, but I feel you. I know people to say that. Austin Patton says the first woman I was with was an older woman, and they are the best. She was in her 40s, and I was in my early 20s. I've had all of them, bro. Older, younger, middle, and I do not agree. I'm sorry with you. I think older women do have something to offer, but I'm sorry. I'm always with the young berries. I love me them young. I'm always of a younger berry variety. I'm sorry. It's cool with the old dogs, but I don't look. No offense. Hey, I'm always going for the young pups, man. Forget that. Nah. I ain't saying I won't delve into the older, but I'm never. I used to have dudes saying they're better. I'm like, nah, bro. I like my young pups better than the old dogs. Because I've run across some of these old dogs with these vaginal fluids that are a little too dried up for my taste. So nah, nope. I'm with the young kittens, my friend. The rabbit says Nova, Krista Nova. The rabbit says, I thought she was going to win. She did win. You must didn't watch the whole thing. She did win. It was a tie. Austin Patton says, nah, I'm a cougar hunter. Nah, man, you can have them. I always say, if you're a cougar hunter, good. Like, I'm glad you out there, brother. Keep them away from me, even though I'm not in that game right now. I'm not looking for any human women right now. Not hunting them down. Okay, good. Okay. Rabbit said, I've had and still get a lot of vagina, but I don't classify all of them as angel tear. But I've been blessed with some amazing vagina. That's great. That's great. That's glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Atai says, Austin, you got a trophy room full of pussycats. Rabbit says, I agree the young berries are way better. I'm sorry, man. I'm not with these old dogs. And I'm gonna tell you what's worse about these old dogs, man. God bless these old women, because there's some fine, fine older women out there. But what I don't like about the older dogs are they start trying to give you all the vagina now that they're old dogs. Now, don't start trying to give all the vagina away now that you got dust there. Because when people was chasing you, you know, a lot of these old dogs, when they was chasing them when they was young kittens, I'm holding off. I'm holding off. Now, they give it to who they want to, but they be holding off a lot. Well, what I don't love about them is they'll wait till their vaginas are beaten up over time. You know, even if they don't sleep with a whole bunch of dudes in a year, but they'll wait till it gets beaten up a little bit and they done ran through every Tom, Dick, and Harry. And then they want to come in. Hey, I done been ran through the ringers. Now it's got dust on it. You want some of this? No, I'm good. Nope, I'm good. So either way. Now let me catch up. I would have laughed about that in my mind, because like I say, it is some older, fine women out there. You know, it is some matter of fact, it's this older woman that I've been following on Instagram. I couldn't help it because I'm really into this biking a lot now. And so it is some fine older jokers out there. Don't get me wrong. Uh, but I still don't choose them first. I don't care how fine they. I don't gravitate to them first. I'm gonna show you something right quick. If I got it saved. Let me see. Do I got her? Man, I can't believe I don't got her saved. Ain't that crazy? I'm just gonna show you a older dog, but she fine, man. I can't lie. She's a biker, and I love her. Where's she at? I don't see her, man. I don't see her on my friends list. Hold on, let me look one more time. That ain't her. I don't see her. I don't see her. I definitely don't see her. Hold on. I better find it right here though. Cause she just like one of my comments the other day. Oh, I don't see her though. Oh man, I can't even show it to you. Maybe I don't know what happened, but I don't see it anymore. She was so fine. I promise you. That was a bad human woman. And she just like I'm surprised at that. Let me just look at something right quick. Maybe she, who knows? Her husband could have saw me in because I did see that she was married. Her husband could have said, "Hey, block that guy. What are you doing? I don't want him to be liking you. What are you doing?" Yeah, because she recently. Oh no, there she go. Why come I don't see it right here? Oh, it's not showing up on my computer. That's crazy. I see it on my phone though. I'm gonna look it up. It's worth it though. I'm gonna look it up. There she go. Is that her? Yeah, that's her. Oh my God, yeah, this girl is hot. She's older. She's an older girl. She's an older woman. She's what you would call a cougar, but man, I can't lie now. This is my type of cougar. Uh, this girl right here. But I'm just saying, typically, I'm still going for the young cats. I'm gonna show you this picture of her because she is. Oh my God, yeah, she's older, but she is banging. I mean, I'm in the biking heavy right now too, and when I see these pictures, they just really get me worked up. But this girl here is hot, just straight up. Well, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I really like her. Uh, I think she is just off the chain. But you can tell that, she's not, super young. She's got a little maturity on that vagina. But I promise you, she is all the way live, in my opinion. And man, I'm gonna tell you, man, I've always had this thing where I hate seeing a girl and her mother is finer than her. Cause it's like, man, how can you be letting your mother be finer than you? You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, come on. Now. Some of it's due to genes, though. Because sometimes this mother get with their husband, and when they produce their daughter, the daughter just won't have what the mother has, So it's not always the daughter's fault. But sometimes it's just the fact that the daughter isn't taking care of herself as good as the mother. But God bless her, man. This girl, she took a picture. See, here she is again. Oh my God. She took a picture. When I was liking her pictures, I never knew she had a daughter or anything, because I didn't know really how old she was. I'm like, oh, this thing here fine. Man, turns out she's older than I thought because she has a grown daughter. Man, and look at that booty. Nice little butt. But she has a grown daughter. And man, she was on this picture with her daughter. And she was like, the translation, it says, training with my firstborn, my dream girl, love of a mother's life. And when I saw this picture, normally I always say, the younger one kills the older. Man, her mother is kicking her ass. That girl probably about 20, 21, and she getting her ass the floor wipe with her by her mom. You know what I'm saying? I know you can't quite see her as good, but I can just tell right here, she's not touching this woman. She's not touched. And for one, she's shorter. I love shorter, even though she sort of stand up on her feet a little bit. I could tell that she's a little bit taller probably, but her body and stuff is not touching this older woman. So, like I say, in some cases, I can't lie. In some cases, these older women do just straight kick ass. You know what I'm saying? So it is it's exceptions to the rules out there. But I'm just telling you, for the most part, I usually go for the sweeter, younger berry. But I promise you, in some cases, you get an older berry that just ain't getting old. That berry staying as young and fine as ever. Lord have mercy, this woman fine. Either way, enough with the human woman. I just had to show you her because I ain't gonna lie. When I ran across her the other day, I'm like, I had to hit the follow button on her. And it's other super duper big booted fine women out here, but she just does something for me because, like I said, I'm into biking and with that cycling kit that she's wearing, and oh my God, she just does it for me. So with all of that said, I'd had to speak to your comment of it is some fine older ladies out there. Yeah, and Rabbit he come in on what I said about women trying to give it to you after the vagina been worn out and smelling like cigarettes. Right. Thank you. So let me catch back up. I got to see where I was, man. I got to see where I was. Where was I at? Oh, okay. Man, I'm on oh, this is just a quick comment. I have a couple of comments. I have a video taking a look at Mishka's replaceable silicone eyes. And in that video, I took a look at a friend of mine, Mishka Valentino. He has a YouTube channel. And in that video, I left the link to his channel, link to his email, but I took a look at his removable silicone eyes for silicone dolls, mainly with soft heads. So if you have a full silicone girl or a silicone head that's soft, you can go look at that video and see if that's something you might be interested in. He sells eyes to where you can, probably buy 14 sets of eyes for the price of one set of factory eyes, and they're all great. You choose the ones you want, and it'll allow you to not only change your girls out quicker, but even positioning the eyes will be much easier with his system. And it actually had me upset or sick because I was like, man, once again, Mishka didn't ask me to do it. He didn't send me anything for it. Now, if he does want to send me something, I would take it, but he didn't send me anything. He didn't even know I was doing the show. I just saw him put that video out, and I said, that's interesting, and I want to share that with people. But if you, like I said, you definitely, that's definitely something you can be interested in. If you have a full silicone girl, it can literally change the game for you in the eye department. A lot of these manufacturers make great stock eyes. Don't get me wrong. They can be some great eyes, but man, it's nothing like having 14 eyes at your disposal, different pupils that you can put in. So my guy Neverwhere, and I think it's the guy, says the riff you do at the beginning sounds smooth. He's talking about the rap that I do at the beginning of all of my live streams, my song called Outer Space. And I said, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. And my guy George Stefan says, he says, a great video, Jay. And I said, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. And in that video, I just, like you say, I talked about the TPE eyes that I bought from Mishka. I showed a little video on that. I showed a video on his new silicone eyes and how he puts them in. And then, like I say, I have his email in my video, and I have his channel in my video. So you can go check that out at any time. And if you ever go to his channel, you will see the link in the video that he made. He's a great guy. He makes quality stuff. That's the only reason that I recommended him. I'm like, you know what? Somebody can get something from this. I was actually thinking about Ataya more or less when I saw that video, because I said, man, it's going to be perfect for somebody like Ataya that got a soft head silicone doll. And God bless my beautiful Mara Blade over there. That's the one thing that I hate, that she doesn't have that softer head where I can like change her eyes out. Even though I love her eyes, don't get me wrong. Oh, I have a video called They Are Completely Legit. And I talked about that earlier where I was talking about Joy Love dolls being completely legit. All of my vendors being completely legit. Steve George says, man, when are you going to break down and get a Piper doll? And I did a review on Piper doll already, as far as their company. You can go look at that. It's been a while now, but I did a review on them. And Piper doll seems like a very great company from afar. I love the seamless heads. Now, you can't, if you ever get a Piper doll, you won't ever be able to change the face. So you better get a face you like. But that's actually some of the appeal of it. But what I told him was, it will all come at the right time. Because, I have this big dream of where I want to go. But, things can happen overnight. But I always say things happen in God's perfect timing. Right now, if you've been following the show, this is what I'm trying to do for a living right now, doing what I love to do. So all these outside resources aren't here. I'm literally trying to just do what I love to do. And even if I was having some type of regular 9 to 5 or something, you still can't just pop out a doll every other week. These dolls, you have to sort of pace yourself. And I've said this, what if I could buy 10 dolls like immediately? I wouldn't do it, only because I do want to start seeing the evolution of dolls over time, meaning that I'm cool with getting a few dollars a year, a couple of dollars a year. It may be one year where I get 4 or 5 dollars, who knows? Because I do want to get to 100, before the next 20 years or something like that. I want to get to it, in a fairly decent time. But I don't want to rush the process. God knows when I need everything, and I just say, if I spread the dolls out, I'll get a chance to see evolution. You get $3 this year, $3 next year. Over time, you're going to start seeing the improvements over the course of the dolls that you have. So that's really what I'm looking to do. And not only that, it would be great to have this overflow and influx of dolls, you know, anytime I want. But I keep telling you, God knows better than me. He knows the space that I'm going to need and what, you know, he knows that, hey, I'm going to bless you when it's time for you to get blessed. And so Piper Doll was supposed to be the first brand that I bought, but it didn't work out like that. So now, even though I still do look forward to, you know, getting their brand in the house, I say the best bet for me to have a Piper Doll right now is for Piper Doll to send me a doll to do a review. So if you want to get on anybody, get on Piper Doll. And so I'm going to help you do it right now. Hey, Piper Doll, if you're looking out there, it's time for you to send me a Piper Doll so I can do a review on it. So with all that said, other than that, we're going to be waiting for God to send that big blessing to come. And then I'm going to have her. She's going to be added to the family. So that was the only comment that I had on the video called Completely Legit. Let's see, where am I going next? Where am I going next? I'm seeing, where am I going? Okay, here it is. I think my next video is, let me check it. Yep. Another Iron Tech Doll innovation. I actually love that show, man, because it's talking about what Iron Tech is doing. I saw something flash across the net one day where they were coming out with a new line of companion doll. And I'm thinking like, wait a minute. They got the starter series, which are the mini dolls. They have the normal series, which are the TPE dolls. And they have the super realistic series, which I have sitting on the bed in Mara Blade. They're full silicone series. And when I saw a Real Lady series, a lot of stuff started adding up in my mind. Because I remember after the review I did for Iron Tech Doll, I started giving them these suggestions for improvement. And it wasn't many because they really were right on point. It was only a few suggestions about the doll and things of that nature, about the book and stuff like that, about sales. I gave them a few suggestions. And when it came to the doll, they were like, oh, we're already working on something, but we thank you for, telling us that. But they're like, we're actually working on something. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't realize they were working on a whole new series. And I remember later on, I found out that they were building their own facility just for their full silicone girls, that they were really ramping up their focus on their full silicone, because I'm letting you know, that doll over there, that full silicone, is second to none. I love it. One of the few things that I said that I wanted them to add was some more pigment to the lineup. And they are actually already doing that. But when I found out about this Real Lady series, I got excited. I said, oh, man, this is amazing. I saw a few pictures. I was talking to one of the lead salespeople, and she was giving me some inside information. And, she sent me a few pictures and stuff like that. And I shared one of them on the video. But this Real Lady series, man, if you go look at, and you look back at my review video, if you look at the hands and stuff, as much as you can see on Mara Blade and Himawari on that Iron Tech Doll body, it's so detailed. It has, it has little freckles and things like that on the skin that you can see. It has, all the little fingerprints and stuff like that. But man, when I saw the new hand for this Real Lady series, I'm telling you, man, these so-called bigger brands better start shaking in their boots. Iron Tech Doll is getting ready to drop an anvil on their heads. I promise you, man. This Real Lady series is unreal. Like I said, you're not going to do bad by getting any one of their TPE girls or mini dolls or even one of their full silicone dolls in the real super realistic series. But this damn Real Lady series, man, it looks amazing. So once again, if you're looking for any brand, ladies and gentiles, you can always look in the description of my videos, and I have links to my trusted companion doll vendors, or you can go to the about section on my YouTube channel. But yeah, this Real Lady series looks amazing. So a Yumi doll come in, and I keep an eye out for this one. My Iron Tech TPE doll is great, but I haven't been sold on yet on their silicone offers. They are certainly a quality brand, though. I said their silicone girls are great, and they are continuing to push the envelope. Glad you love their TPE ladies, my friend. I have heard great things about their TPE ladies. I've never had a TPE girl, but I've heard enough exemplary things about them to say that I'm sure they're great. And now that I've tested their product by touching a silicone girl, I'm like, I already know these TPE girls are going to be amazing. I've heard it from viewers and things of that nature. They were like, Jay, Iron Tech Dolls TPE is great. I'm happy with it. So what I was going to say is that's another reason I did that review on the silicone girl, because I was telling the owner, I was like, you know what? I want to bring light to your silicone division, because when I looked at their silicone division, I had the opposite feeling of a Yumi. I was impressed. I said, you know what? I see the potential for this lineup to really thrive, but they need to pay a little bit more attention to it, like their TPE, and develop more faces. You see? Develop more faces and, things of that nature. Once they have a wider selection, it's going to be even better. But they one up me and said, you know what? Instead of improving, we're finna make a whole new line up on the whole industry. So I'm proud of them. And that's what I told you. One of the things I love about Iron Tech, a lot of these companies, I always use continuous improvement, especially all of my vendors and manufacturers. But Iron Tech, they're really at the head of the game as far as always trying to innovate. I ain't saying they're number one, but they are right up there with the best of them. Let me see. I got another comment from Kenneth Turk. He says the doll I got in has, and I have to talk about more of this stuff in other videos, but he says the doll I got in has built-in heating and talks to you, responds when touched, the softest TPE in the world. He said it feels exactly like the real thing. Blows my mind. I said, congratulations, my friend, but I'm done getting TPE girls personally. And I don't mean it to down TPE girls. It's just, as one man, I have enough. They are, like I say, when you get a silicone girl, or if you ever get one, you'll understand. And if you have a silicone girl and you never own a TPE girl, you'll never know what I'm talking about. It's a lot different keeping your TPE girls up on a monthly basis than it is a silicone girl. And so that's why I'm done really amassing TPE girls, you know what I'm saying, for the foreseeable future. Even when I do reviews, I'm always going to request silicone girls as the foreseeable future. I'm not saying it might not be one TPE girl here and there that slips into the family in the future, but for right now, I'm not going that route. But he did say something else. He said TPE, he said it's the softest TPE in the world. Feels exactly like the real thing. Blows my mind. And that's the only thing I disagree with him on. I can't lie, I love hugging on Cat and them. And I'm telling you, I'm glad I got my TPE ladies. But you know what? None of these girls feels exactly like a human now. You know what I'm saying? It's still not exactly like that. But once again, hey, what the hell? Oh my God. I don't know where it is. Hey guys. Hey, I got a bug in here, man. Man. I don't know where it is either. Whew. Man. That was crazy, man. I thought that was a wasp. Man, it was a, and I hate it because I hit it and I don't see it. It ain't nothing worse than like trying to kill something and then not knowing where the hell it landed at. But it was a gigantic, man, it was a gigantic stink bug, honestly. That's what it was. And it was a buzzing around like a gigantic wasp. I'm like, what is this? And I'm looking around now, like, where is it? Look, it got me, hey, look, it got me sweating a little bit, man. That thing was big. I've never heard anything buzzing around like that. That was, I mean, it was gigantic. It threw me off, honestly. Look, hey, I'm like, what the hell? And man, it was so big. When I hit it, it should have been somewhere where I can literally see it now. That's what I don't like. It should be somewhere where I can see it. But it's nowhere to be found. So either way, let me keep going. I have no idea where I was at now. I find it though. Look, that was an emergency right there though. I had to stop. I had to stop. Oh, here, this is where I was. Yeah, I think I was talking about TPE, and I was just like, man, for me, uh, my silicone, honestly, when I rub my fingers across her, she feels more like a real human skin. That's what I was trying to tell you guys in my video where I did the review on my Iron Tick girl, Mara Blade. I say, if you squeeze a TPE girl, yeah, they are soft. They're super duper soft, but they still don't feel like a human woman. But they are soft, and human women can be very soft. But the texture of the actual skin, for me, feels closer to human skin on a silicone girl. So when he was like, it feels exactly like the real thing, I'm like, well, not quite to me. Big Daddy told me Merry Christmas, Jay. I said Happy Christmas and Merry New Year, my friend. Kenneth Turk says, "Hey, you're catching up with me in the dog department." Once again, I Kenneth, I love you, but I always pay attention to people. I say, you know what? Either you're new or you haven't watched the show a lot. But he says, "Hey, you're catching up with me in the dog department. You got 4 now, 3 more, and we're tired." First of all, I got my own goals in life. I'm never looking at people trying to say, "I want to catch up with you. I want to catch up with you." That's never my purpose. Even when I talk about getting 100, I'm not trying to catch up with anybody. I'm just trying to live my own life, run my own race. That's for one. You always get in trouble trying to catch up with somebody. I'm not trying to catch up with anybody. I'm just doing my own race. I know he didn't mean it in any bad way though. But I just said, this is why I say I know when people don't pay attention to the show as much. He says, I said, I actually have 5 girls, my friend, and a 6th head, Mara Blade. So for somehow he thought that hey, you just got 4 girls. Nope. I got actually 5. 5 bodies, 6 personalities. And whenever I catch somebody like that, I'm like, hey, I'm not getting on you in a bad way. I'm saying I want you to watch the show more so you'll know. My guy Leo just said hi. I said, Leo. I said, Leo. So either way, where are we at now? Man, I promise you guys, I would be lying to tell you I'm still not thinking about that damn bug. Where the hell is it? I knocked it off and now it's nowhere to be found. I gotta leave it be though. Okay, this is a great comment. I did a competition, round 3 for the scent competition, and I've been saying, man, I know this sounds crazy, but I don't know if I'm gonna have the grand championship. I really just don't know, man. I'm thinking I might just leave all of my champions as just champions. It's 5 champions this year. You know, I've thrown a question out there before, but nobody has ever chimed in on it. So I just say, you know what? I think I might just leave it like it is. I hear him. I hear him, y'all. I hear him, but I don't see him. Man. I'm so mad, man. I hear him over there somewhere squirming or something, but I don't see him. Son of a gun. He messed. Hey, look, I know one thing. He messed my. Hey, he should be interrupting my show. But either way, I did a competition round 3 of the scent competition, and like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna do the grand championship. I'm not sure yet, but I know my guy Rabbit came in and said, "Where is round 1 of the competition?" And I said, "Hey, my friend, I just made a playlist for the competition with all the rounds included. So I got all 4 rounds included. I made a playlist for it. So if you're looking for just the scent competition, I do have a playlist for it." Rabbit says, "You are the man, my brother. Thank you and enjoy your Sunday." And the first round of the competition, it was sort of on the fly type of thing. So when you look at round 1, keep in mind it's going to be a lot. It's going to be something happening in the show before I get to the competition. So still a great listen. So you can check all of those out when you get time. That was all the only comment I had on that video. And we almost done. I got my Reset Sunday, which is Don't Look Back. I did a Reset Sunday called Don't Look Back. And in that video, I was just talking about, once again, I've had different variations of Reset Sunday talking about not looking to your past. And it's one of those shows that you can never do enough. You know, it's always something that can be said about that. But whenever I do my shows, I'm always motivated by the spirit to talk about whatever I'm talking about. And I'm still looking over there to see if I see him crawling anywhere. But I was motivated to do this show as well. About not looking back, because I was looking at one of my favorite animes to watch right now called Yowamushi Pedal. It's a biking anime. I love that biking anime. It's amazing. But one is even probably a little bit better than that. It's shorter. It's called Overdrive. So those are 2 animes you can check out in your spare time. But on Yowamushi Pedal, I was talking about the captain of it was the second year. Because when that whole show starts out, it's like a whole first team in the first year, but it's a different team in the second year. And in the second year, it's a new captain. And this captain, his name is Tashima, and he ends up looking back, trying to keep an eye on the team that was catching up to them. And when he looked back, he didn't see them. And that's what had me laughing so hard in that cartoon, in the animes, because when he was looking back trying to find the guys chasing him, these dudes was rolling so fast that they had already passed him on the other side. He was looking over his shoulder right here, and they passed him over his right shoulder. And when he turned back around, he was like, "Man, what was I thinking? I was looking back, trying to see this right, trying to see what was going on, and they passed me." And that's why I said, you know what? That's how we do in life. Constantly looking back, we miss what's ahead. We miss new blessings, new relationships, new prosperity, new finances, new everything. Why? Because we're stuck in what happened to us in the past, or who did us wrong, and all this other mess, instead of letting it go, going forward in life. That's what I said. Don't be like Tashima, looking back, trying to see who catching up. Just keep going forward and running your own race. And I don't think I got a whole bunch of comments on that. I got let me see. I promise you, man, I want to find that doggone bug and kill him so bad. I only got one comment from Sheila Bell. Thank you, Sheila Bell. She said, "Thanks for the reset Sunday, Dog King." I said, "God bless you, Sheila. Thank you for the support and thank you for coming." So I only had that on there. The next thing is, I said I would find the best Black Friday sale for you, and that's I was just I was determined to just look at all of my vendors and find every Black Friday sale I could find. And Heavy Metal commented. We talked about this already. I talked about this in another Power Hour, but Heavy Metal recently commented and said, hold on. Oh, he had made a comment on that video when it first came out. This was 12 days ago. So we've already talked about this on the Power Hour, but he said something about how he was looking at Made for Love, and I still haven't done that video. Just let you know how much I got to do. But he was talking about the review I did on Made for Love, where if you ever saw that Made for Love video review, I never fully completed that review. I said I was going to come back and tell you because the last 2 episodes I didn't get a chance to see. I had to read about. But even what I read and what I saw a little bit of upset me. I didn't like it, how they ended it. But it was an amazing series. And so that's basically what I told Heavy Metal about the thing, because he was like, "Man, I hope you do a." Now I told him I was going to do a update video and do the second part of that review. And I ended up asking him, did he enjoy the series himself? And he basically said that they appreciated it. He said they didn't. No, he said, hold on, let me see. Oh, no. He said, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. That's when I said that he had I hope they had a great date night. So he told me he appreciated it. Then he went on to say, I did enjoy the series. And he starts to talk about some of the things that happened at the very end to a certain degree. And I don't want to say anything. I don't want to bring that up only because I'm going to do my review soon, the second part review. And he sort of said some of the things that, he feels similar to how I feel. So I'm not going to bring it up right now. But I appreciate him for dropping that comment. Oh, now this is the comment that this is the video I want to talk about. That it had something to do with some earlier comments. I'm gonna go back up. Let me see if I got any comments anyway. Let me see. Let's see. Ty says, I like the idea of Papa Dolls, but I need to double check their height to see if I can even have them in Canada. Last I saw, they struck me as a smaller type doll. They got some smaller dolls, but they got dolls that should be able to. That shouldn't even be a thing. I don't even want to hear that crap. Not from you, Ty, but I'm just so frustrated about that. I got to make sure my doll a certain height. What? I've already done that show, but that whole mentality pisses me off. It's 4 foot women in this world, man. It's 3'7" grown women in this world. You shouldn't be messing with anybody about getting a doll that's small. Get out of here. Like I said, they shouldn't even be involved in that type of stuff, whether they think something is moral or not. You shouldn't be involved in companion dolls. Go try to. I always tell people, go solve a real crime, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go solve somebody actually hurting another human person. Nobody's. When a person is getting a companion doll, leave them and their fantasies alone. If they haven't actually broken the law, leave them alone. You shouldn't even be having to worry about getting a smaller dog. I like short women, and I like women that are considered little people. And I don't like this. I hate that law. It's stupid to me. It's just people just continually trying to control every aspect of your life, man. Okay, Unknown Crush. He said drama is something that I'm gonna put that up there. Back Unknown Crush said a while back, drama is something I don't miss, y'all. Well, guess what? It's something I definitely don't miss. And when I was doing this video called Why Some People Desire Stressful Fantasy, that's what I was thinking of. I said, why get a companion doll and then imagine that your companion doll is jealous of you or upset at you? I said, that makes zero sense in the world to have these fantasies of your companion doll. Now, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't say it makes zero sense in the world. What I said is, it's cool if that's what people want to do. I don't want to just dog people out, because there's a lot of companion doll owners that make this jealousy fantasy up. If that's what you do, fine, live your fantasy. I don't want to shun you for what your fantasy is, but my whole point of that video is, it ain't for me. I didn't get into the companion doll life so I can figure out how to stress myself out just like a human relationship. And that's what I say. Some of these guys make me wonder if they really want to be in this lifestyle, because it's cool to, they're in a human form. So we're going to treat them like, human to a certain degree. But they are our synthetic mates. That means that you don't have to bring any of the negative to this arena. You can bring all the good stuff and leave all the negative. And jealousy and getting mad at you and like that woman I did a show on, talking about your doll is cheating on you and wanting to cheat on you. That's creating drama to stress yourself out. And it's honestly, I don't understand why people want to make that fantasy. I talked about the fact that a lot of times they want to make that fantasy because they're just not really happy in this life. They want this life to be the exact human to human dating life. And I said that's where they end up so unhappy, because you can't make this human to human. It's what it is, bro. It's human and synthetic. You can have your fantasy, but guess what? Don't try to make her be 1,000,000% human, especially by bringing all of the negative things from the human side. Like I told you, fluctuate in that video. I said fluctuating emotions and stuff, it can be an attractive thing, because people have often said, man, I don't want a woman that just automatically loves me. Hey, guess what? I don't want a woman or man or whatever that automatically agrees with me. And I've dated, like I told you, and that is some good of dating is the fact that you have different ideas, and guess what? You don't always agree. Some of that stuff does make for the dynamics in a relationship, but you have to deal with that when you're in a human to human relationship, which is something I said I understand. But when I get to the human to synthetic relationship, you know what I don't have to deal with? Any of that, any of the stress, any of the jealousy, so I say, you know what? I get that question so much. Is your girl's jealous? Your girl's jealous? And people ask that question because other doll owners actually play into that. My girl jealous of her. I had to put her up because my girl got jealous. What? Hey, God bless you, bro, but I do not play into that mess. No way. I get my girl so I can get out of stress, not into it. And DAS says, thanks for the stream, Brother Jay. The doll life is supposed to be a male paradise. Well, I'm gonna change that. You could be male or female, in my opinion. So, but it's supposed to be paradise. With that said, I never knew why some people would take the worst part of a relationship, arguing, jealousy, cheating, what have you, and put it into a fantasy environment. I don't have no idea. God bless you if you do that, though. He said, you don't, and I certainly don't either. God, I'd say me and Diaz think a lot alike. He said, the doll life to me equals peace, quiet, and freedom. Right. He said, thanks for the stream. I said, it's one of the most baffling things ever, my friend. Why ruin the stress-free life? I have no idea, but God bless those who enjoy that type of fantasy. It's definitely not for me. I don't understand it, from a standpoint of why you would desire that. My guy Heavy Metal says, I have one 65-centimeter silicone doll so that I can experience the difference between, I guess he's talking about silicone and TPE. He said the other 5 are TPE. He said, I clean all, he just goes through his cleaning process. He says, I clean all of the orifice of my dolls every time that they are clean. That's something I don't have to do. I don't have to clean up inside of my dog's orifices because they haven't been used. If they haven't been used, you don't have to go all the way up inside your dog cleaning them. So I don't know why he would do that if he's not making love to them. Honestly. Uh, he says, but he cleans them out every time that they are clean, which I actually rarely ever use for intimate exercises. So what he's saying is he rarely ever uses his dog for sex, but he cleans out their orifices anyway. I'm like, I wouldn't do that. That's just going through too much work. Cause see, with me, with my girls, I just stand them straight up. Now I wipe over their vaginas, I wipe over their anus, but I don't squirt up into their vaginas or squirt up into their anus to get the inside of that wet or soapy because it's not been touched to be dirty to begin with. So if he's not having sex with him, I don't think he has to do that. He said, not to be too personal, but I only use the natural female orifice, meaning that I guess he got a girl that has a removable vagina, but he's saying he only uses the. Oh no, I think I know what he's saying. He's saying he doesn't use the anal orifice on his dogs. That's what he's saying. When he says I only use the natural female orifice. He said, and if I do, it's with the dog who is scheduled to be cleaned next. Well, for one, your dog got 3 holes, and there's nothing wrong with using all 3 holes. If you are having sex with it. So in my opinion, do whatever you want with your dog. But when he said that, he almost made it seem like he would be wrong to use the other holes. You're not going to be wrong. I mean, if you're making love to him, guess what? You can use whatever hole you want. I love this though, because I agree. If I ever make love with my dogs, he says I use protection, and my man juice never touches my dogs. If I ever make love with my girls, I'm never letting my fluids get on them. I'm always going to use protection. I just think it's going to be cleaner, better for my girls, and I just don't even want that type of contamination on my girls. I don't want to directly have that on them. He said, I move them every day so there are different dollars in my living room and bed every night. They are almost as spoiled as I am. And I'd be damned, they definitely are, because that's something I'm never doing. I'm not finna move every one of these girls every single day. You know what I'm saying? No, man. I would never tell you lost your mind. You're treating them good. That's good. But no, I'm not moving my girls every day. I told you, I got a trick for that. It's called memory foam. You see this big old chair that Callie's sitting on right here? This isn't just a chair. This is memory foam. This ain't nothing but memory foam. This whole chair. That's all it is. So she can sit here for days if I want her to. So yeah, I don't move my girls every single day. That's not finna happen. That's too much work. I said, thanks for all the great information, my friend. Sounds like you're definitely right on the money. And his girls, and I said, your girls are in good hands, because they are. I'm glad he's taking care of his girl, but I got 5 girls. If you think that I'm finna be rotating them every single day, no, that's not finna happen. That's too much work. I move who I need to move, at the time I need to move them. Ryuku Rishur says gas. He was talking about my opening to that live stream, my music once again. And speaking of music, I do have a new song, and it'll probably be out over the next couple of days, man. And I'm loving it. I'm actually loving it. I hope you will too. I can't wait. I'm working on it right now. It's pretty much done. Let me see. Okay, I'm done with that. Yeah, I think I'm done with that. Let me see. Hold on. Yep, I think I'm done with that. Okay. I appreciate all these comments though, man. They give me a chance to expound, on these videos in more depth. I did my last video. Bigger can be better. Man, it's crazy. Saima has spurred me to do like 3 or 4 videos about size, man, because she just blows my mind away every time I do decide to get her out. She's my heaviest girl. And I promise you, this bigger can be better. It was all about saying, you know what? When I get her down, I love hugging and laying on her so much. I had to move her around for the sake of doing that video, but I really love her in the bed where I can stay loving up on her and laying on her. But the thing about her is she's a boatload to get out. She's 98 pounds of dead weight. And when I first saw that, like I told a million people, I've said a million times before, 98 pounds on a human woman is nothing. I pick a woman up that's 98 pounds, it's like a feather. But you don't realize they're helping you as well, you know. But when you pick up one of these girls, it's straight dead weight. Dead weight. And it's an unorthodox dead weight because of their body. It's not like sitting there like a brick. It's sitting there spread out over a body. And let me tell you, getting one of these gigantic girls can be the worst thing you ever did. I promise you it can be. But whenever you get her out, I don't care if you struggle and call your friend to help pick her up. Whenever you do get her in the bed or sitting where you want her to be, man, you're going to be loving it. But my advice in this video was, I said, you know what? If you want a bigger girl, try to get her up until the point to where, you know, you can still lift her good. You know, don't go overboard with it. You know, I say, you know, it really depends on what size you are and build you are. You know it's too heavy for you, but to be safe, man, you may not want to go over like an 80-pound girl. That's still, you should still be able to get a nice thick girl for 80 to 85 pounds. And believe me, that's going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy. 98 pounds is way too heavy for me. And I'm going to explain it further as I read these comments. Heavy Metal said this. I appreciate you, Heavy, for all your comments, by the way. But he said, if you have a heavy doll and you lift ergonomically, basically lift correctly with your knees and bending your knees and stuff, eventually you will build strength and ability, pending any history of physical injuries. This is what I told him. Lifting properly is definitely mandatory, but sometimes you can get a girl that's just too heavy to handle, my friend. That's just the truth. You can try to lift ergonomically all you want, but sometimes you just get a girl that was just too big for you, and you can mess around and get hurt, no matter if you're trying to lift right or not. And this is what I told him. Honestly, Saima is too heavy. That girl right there is too heavy for me. You know, literally, man, I could probably just sell her. But I mean, I'm talking about from the standpoint of she is too heavy for me. She's too heavy. 98 pounds. I'm 160 pounds most. No, that's normally the weight I am all the time. She is too heavy, bro. I struggle to pick her up. And what he's saying is true. Over time, I've gotten better at picking her up, but she's still too heavy. You know, and what I mean by too heavy is going forward. And I'm going to talk about that in another video, honestly. I already got it right. That's I don't want to talk about it too much, but I just say this. She's too heavy. So you can get a dog that's just literally too heavy for you. And, you know, as I pick her up over the days, weeks, months, and years, I just know that, man, I do think about going, you know, what am I going to do? Because, man, she is super heavy. And it's not easy to pick her up. I struggle every time. It's easy to pick her up now, but it's nothing that I'm ever going to be used to. Because she's about, like I say, she's definitely 20 pounds. I mean, I don't need a dog over 80 pounds. You know, 85 is literally the heaviest I ever need to go again. And I said, honestly, Saima's too heavy for me, but I don't have a choice right now. I just do the best that I can. I said, like I said, once I get her out, she's amazing. But she is a boatload to handle. So I'm letting you know. It's just some girls you're never going to get used to. They just too heavy. Some of these guys out here built like trucks and stuff. You know, I'm 6 feet tall, 160. You got some dudes that's out here 100 and they 6'4", 250. Oh man, a 98-pound girl, it ain't too bad. Yeah, bro, because you damn, you're 6'4". But for a normal sized guy, I'm letting you know you're gonna be in for some trouble. Oh, okay. Musty Band-Aid Man says, hi, Jay, out of curiosity, would you ever consider getting a Discord? Once again, I can tell when people are new or they just haven't been around that much. He said, hi, Jay, just out of curiosity, would you ever consider getting a Discord so people can discuss topics about love dogs? Or would you ever do a voice chat with someone on Discord? Once again, I used to have a Discord. That's why I say I can tell you haven't been around that long or you just haven't paid attention, because I have a song. Actually, in my song, I'm going to play it right quick. I talk about my Discord in the song, so I'll play it for you just to let you hear it, bro.
Hey girls, load the spaceship. Out of space, out of world, out of Gallus with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girl surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate her. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah.
So yeah, once again, some of you people don't even understand what I'm saying. That y'all didn't even understand what I was saying in that song. I said it. I literally said it in that last line. I had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. In other words, I had a Discord, but people in there it was a couple of people in there that was so negative, bringing up things that had nothing to do with having a good time with your other dog owners. You know, that I just said, you know what? I don't need negativity in my life. And at that point, I just felt like that Discord had got infested. And a lot of the discord in the Discord was the fact that people said that I wasn't in there. Well, these couple of guys was complaining I wasn't in there every single day. I'm like, hey, I didn't make this Discord for me to be in here every single day. I said, maybe you guys got the wrong impression. I made this Discord so people could do exactly what this guy said. I made it literally so people could talk about the love dogs amongst each other, share pictures, get to know each other. Guess what? It's my Discord. I'm going to stop in there sometimes. But, you know, I run a one-man show. I do everything myself. And I know all these other people have these Discords where I don't even know what they do. They be doing movies or whatever they do in their Discords and all this other rigmarole. But my Discord was never about that. My Discord is literally just a place for you to be able to come show some pictures of your girl and have some discussions and stuff. And guess what? I stop in from time to time. But I never told everybody I was going to be there 1,000,000% of the time. That even when I make another one, I'm letting you know, I'm not going to be in there 1,000,000% of the time. It's there for the community. But what made me laugh so hard was, you know what? It's some people that are just jealous and they want to cause discord. They just want to cause discord, right? And I started noticing it, like, man, these guys here, they just want to cause discord. And I said, I got a very good solution for this. I had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Get the hell out of there. Anything that ain't adding value to my life is gone. So I got rid of it. I said, you know what? I'm going to come back with a Discord one day, but it's not going to be anytime soon. But this is what could be disappointing to you. It won't be open to just the general public anymore, ever again. I'm only going to have a Discord open for people who are my team members or my Patreon members. So if you're not in my Discord, if you're not a team member or Patreon, you would not be in the Discord, because that'll be another way to sort of separate the ranks from people who just come in there to bull jive and people who are going to use the platform for what it's meant for. So it will come back. And I actually plan on to come back maybe this coming year. But once again, if you ever enter this Discord, do not think you're going to see J Dog King Hefner every single day. You know, I'm not going to be in there every day. I'm going to stop by when I have time, just like I expect, you know, people who are in the Discord to do. So with all that said, as far as he said something about, am I going to be talking to them? I never even knew it was a way to do that. But I don't think I'm going to be engaging into actually talking to people in that Discord, like as far as fit with my voice talking. I don't think I'm going to engage in all of that. If you ever really want to talk to me or whatever, it's probably best to catch a live stream, or I will communicate by writing back. But I doubt I ever do the the talking into the talking in my Discord. I just don't, like I said, you gotta always be worried about getting yourself overwhelmed with things. And I'm like, nope, I don't want that. I don't think that's a realm I want to step into. Let's see. It's funny because actually Heavy Metal was in that Discord. He was in there when all that chaos was going down. Ye asked me on this video, a bigger can be better. Is that Kim Kardashian on the thumbnail? And honestly, it definitely looks like her. It definitely looks like her, but I don't know if it is her. You know, when I think of thumbnails, I'm not the best with thumbnails. That's one of the things that I haven't been the best with, that I do need to and I want to improve upon. But a lot of times when I'm choosing pictures to go with the themes of my videos, you know, I find a picture that I think fits and I roll with it. But man, I don't look at that picture to be like, I wonder who this is. Man, I said, yep, this picture look about right. Let me use it. And that's what I told him. I said, I'm not sure, but she definitely looks like Kim. Once again, we're at the 2-hour mark right now. And that's why I say, man, hey, the Dog King Power Hour, I love it because it always makes me, you know, I might see like a few comments. I'll be like, man, I wonder how long this show is going to be, but it always never ceases to amaze me. It goes on. It's because it's a lot to cover. It's always more to cover than I think. Satu Dien, he says, get a wheelchair in response to the video, bigger can be better. So he basically saying, yeah, your girl could be big, just get a wheelchair. I'm like, see, either he one of these super gigantic guys, or he doesn't have a dog. He doesn't understand. I said, the problem is getting her in or out of the wheelchair, my friend. And I laughed and gave him the thumbs up because I'm not getting on him. But I'm like, you don't quite understand, bro. You must not have one of these bigger companion dogs. Because if you did, you'd understand. It ain't, you know, see, yeah, once you get her in the chair, you can roll her where you want, right? Yeah, bro. But what about getting her in the chair and getting her out of the chair? So y'all see Saima sitting over there. She just looks so comfortable and fun, right? Yeah, she is. Until I go to pick her up. Man, she heavy as hell. And that chair is sitting low. So I got to bend down, pick her up out of that chair, pick her up high to get her on the bed or wherever I'm trying to take her. Man, look here. These dogs are not a joke. And if you get one that's just a little bit too big for you, you'll understand what I mean. They ain't no joke, bro. You can get hurt. And let me tell you something. I've talked about it before. All you got to do is make the slightest wrong movement while you picking one of these girls up, and you can throw your back all the way out. So that was all the comments on that. I ain't got but one more. But I got two more. No, hold on. Let me see something. Okay, I got two more. Look like it. Inky Veezy says on my video, a subway adventure, which I don't do adventure videos with the girls anymore because I don't have a car, as I alluded to earlier in the stream. So I can't get out and about to go ride with my girls in any capacity. So I can't do any adventure videos and go out to the public right now. And Inky Veezy says, this is different, yo. Different at its best, my guy. And I said, God bless you, my friend. He was just talking about it was different to see me, you know, going out in public. Like I said, it should have been several more videos, but it wasn't in God's plans for me right now because I don't have a car. I got one more comment. I don't know how I missed it though. The rabbit said this. He said, "Man, the way you break down these vagina scents is so scientific. Reminds me of myself." Hey, look, I didn't even get a chance to say thank you. I'm just gonna leave since he already here and stuff. I'm just gonna leave a thumbs up sign to my guy Rabbit. Appreciate you, Rabbit. I'm gonna tell you, man, it's only scientific because, like, if I was somebody who never had experience with human vagina, it'd be a total guesswork game, But I've had so much experience with this human vagina and human women in general. Like I told you, I'm not this average dog owner that has never, not average, but I'm not this dog owner that has never dated women and never had any success and all of this stuff. No, I got my experience in before I came to this game. And so when it comes to the wonderful sense of a clean human vagina, believe me, Lord have mercy, I'm a connoisseur of those wonderful smells. And honestly, I've examined the mannerisms of women that tend to take care of themselves for so long that I know pretty much what constitutes a good smelling vagina on a woman in most cases. That's why it's so hard for me to even think about doing this grand finale, because I'm like, you know what? I don't even want any of my champions to lose. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to do it, honestly. So with all that said, I am through with all my questions. Let me check in with the comments, and then I'm going to go really quickly over a couple of sales that are still active right now for Christmas time. I'm not going to take long. We're going to zoom on through it, baby. See where we are. Oh, yeah. Ataya says, hey, some people consider anal natural. Ha, 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 ha. Ataya and Princess Mika. Like I said, hey, I just feel like if even if you're in a human relationship, if you and your girl agreeing to do it, hey, that's between y'all. Hey, it's good. And when you got a companion dog, she got 3 hoes. If you want to use them all, can't nobody down you for that. Austin Patton says, I want the biggest girl I can get. Yep. And that sounds truly spoken by a man who probably doesn't own a companion dog yet. Because once you pick one of these girls up, you gonna understand what I mean. Now, I even made the video. I say it's cool to get one as big as you can get. You're gonna love it if you can get her as big as you can get. But let me tell you something. Get her 1 pound more than she need to be. Get her 1 pound more than she need to be. Man, I'm telling you, man, these girls cannot be fun because I'm telling you something. I love Saima. I love getting her down, and she'll tell you if she was a anime. I mean, if she was an AI doll, she'll tell you herself. I love on her and I hug on her. But man, the biggest thing I really love about Saima is that she's been educational, and for me being able to tell you about how these big girls are. But I'm just telling you, on a personal, physical level, I don't need her. As far as I wish I had a smaller girl. She's too big, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you see on the internet, when you see these big, gigantic booties, it's better on the internet, in my opinion. Because, bro, get one of them home. Just moving her from bed to the chair or wherever you're moving her, once you out of breath, man, you're going to start thinking about, dude, how am I going to keep doing this? I mean, these girls are heavy. So you can get one that big, but I'm letting you know, I'm not joking with you guys when I tell you they can be. I mean, you can get. I've already heard many a horror story of guys buying a companion dog and immediately having to sell them. Not because they weren't a good fit for the dog game, but they were just too damn heavy. Too damn heavy. So you better watch out. Are you good? She said, my daughter's 6 to 8 pounds and I struggle with her a little. If I'm not careful, she can knock me over. Jay, you might have to retire the body and replace with a smaller body, maybe. Man, I said, you know what? At this point, I've just made a declaration that I'm just never getting another dog that thick. And I promise you, Ataya, I'm just going to try to deal with her as long as I can. Because I can't see trying to sell her body because she's one of my original girls right now. I ain't saying it won't ever happen, but I can't see trying to get rid of her body or anything. So I just said, Jay, we made our bed, so let's just try to deal with it as long as we can. But I just say this: if it ever comes a time where I'm starting to downsize the girls, man, yeah, it's gonna be one of the first ones that's gone. Because I just, it's heavy. It's not, just think you got a 6 to 8 pound girl, and I agree with you because my Callie, I think they're like 70 pounds, right? And they are something to pick up every day. But when you get to 98, I'm letting you know, man, it's damn near man, look, hey, she's almost at the point where I wanted to say, hey, I can't do it, but I'm still making it right now. I'm still making it. Atai says Discord servers are often filled with drama, which sucks, but limiting access makes it easier to keep it sane in the group. Right. But you know what? To me, that group, it had got poisoned. So I just got rid of it all, and it wasn't bringing any value to my life. And I already said, I'm not keeping any, I don't give a damn what it is. If it's not bringing any value to my life, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to keep something open that's going to keep draining from my joy in any form or fashion. So that's why I just said, you know what, to hell with limiting this. I'm getting rid of it. And like I say, that's why going forward, though, I'm doing exactly what you said, limiting access. You're going to have to be a team member or a Patreon subscriber, and it's actually going to be on my next tier of membership, honestly. Oh, plus, Ty said it would be easy to share links for the stream through Discord as well, since YouTube filters things. I don't even play into that, Ty. As far as YouTube filtering stuff, I know what may go on, but I just don't even speak it into existence. I say, you know what, I'm not, people be saying it all the time. YouTube, they messing me around. They won't share my stuff. People ain't getting my notifications. Yeah, they got me shadow banned. Man, look, I don't get into all that complaining. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be on the platform, and I ain't finna call any of that stuff into existence. If it's happening, I'm not giving it any credit. I'm not complaining or anything. But what I wanted to say was, when you say it's easy to share the links, well, still, I just say it's all relative, because if I only have a couple of Discord members, it doesn't matter about me sharing the link. It's still only going to reach those members. You see what I'm getting at? So it's still, to me, not that much impactful, because, if I have 1 million Discord members, well, guess what? It's chances are I got more subscribers anyway. So I don't really just see it as being that big of a boost in that regard, because I share the links on all my social medias and things of that nature, where it doesn't get filtered, so to speak, if it does get it at all. But I always say this: I don't really get caught up into who even coming to see the show or whatever. I said, you know what? God is sending the right people at the right time. If you're looking at the show, you're meant to be here. If you're not, you ain't. The right audience will come. Not gonna worry about it. What? I don't even know what you mean. I don't even know what that means, Latalia. I can't send a link to share because they don't want people leaving the site. What are you talking about? I'm confused on that. It's unfortunate, but how it works, I have no idea what you're talking about, because you can go to one of my videos right now and you can hit share and you can copy the link and you can go right to social media and share it just like I can. So I don't know what you mean by that. As far as I know, you can do that. So I don't know what you're trying to say about that. Like, I'm finna go and see if I can do it. I'm finna click on one of my subscriptions right quick. Okay, I'm gonna click on one of my subscriptions videos. Yes, I can click on share. Yes, and I can copy the link. So maybe you weren't talking about sharing my show or something. I don't know what you're talking about, but All you gotta do is go to share, and then like I'm on somebody else's page, I'm copying their link, and then I can share it wherever I want to. So I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Atayi. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So either way, I'm going to wrap the show up, guys. And the only thing I want to wrap the show up with, I'm not going to stress this out. I just want to look at a couple of my affiliates, just a couple, to talk about deals they still have going on. And we're already at 2:20, so I'm going to literally speed through this. So this show won't draw out for too long. There it is. So I'm going to click on my YouTube channel. Oh my God. It actually literally switched to something else that I didn't want it to switch to. I hope I killed that bug. He never did come back, so I'm assuming he did. I don't even know what you're talking. You got me so confused, Atayi. What are you saying? You said when you external URL in live streams, I've seen before it warns you if not removes the. What are you? I don't know what you're saying. For one, why would you share this link in a live stream? I don't get what you know, but I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. Like you're experiencing something I don't even understand. Because like I said, if you click on anybody's link, you can hit the share button, get the URL, and you can go to wherever site you want to, and it's not going to stop you from sharing that link. So I don't know what you're saying. Now, if you're talking about sharing a link like on my live stream, you can't share links on my live stream because I got links disabled on my live stream. But you know, you just got to be confused with how you're writing, because why would you even share the link in my live stream if you're already here? So you know what? I don't know what you're saying. You got me just totally confused. I have no idea what you're saying. Like I said, I can go right now and share somebody's. I can go right to my Twitter account right now, copy somebody's link and share it. I can show you literally right now. Matter of fact, I can show you right now before I even show you this other stuff. So I have no idea what you're talking about. You see. I'm gonna click on one of my good friend Ryan Van Duzer. I just want to show Atayi this because she has me so lost. So if I go to his channel, let me take off your comment. So if I go to his channel, click on one of his videos, hit pause, go to download. I mean, not download, go to share and hit copy the link. That's all you got to do. Stop sharing. Now I'm finna just go to my Twitter or something like that. I ain't gonna actually post it, but I'm just gonna show you how they're not finna stop me from sharing it. So I have no idea what you're doing. You can always share my shows. So check this out. If I really want to share this isn't my channel. This is his channel that I'm sharing. If I wanted to. So if I want to tweet that out, I just paste it right there. So what are you talking about? You got me confused. You can share it anywhere you wanted to. It's right there. That's his video. So I once again, when you say you can't share one of my videos, I don't know in what context you're talking about, because you can share any videos you want. So with all that said, so what is she saying? She never answered. So like once again, I have no idea what she was talking about. Let's see. So if I go on my affiliate list and click on, I'm going to click on Joy Love Dolls first. I went to my about section on YouTube. That's a real easy way to do it. I clicked on Joy Love Dolls, and right now they still have all the sales. That's basically what I'm just here to tell you. They have all the sales that they had for Black Friday. They're one of the few people that do. They got all of their dolls up to 40% off. And I figured out the site a little bit better, because if you click on the thing on the front page, which is WM, that's the first thing you're going to see. WM get up to 40% off, but it's more than just WM. You get up to 40% off on their whole site. But if you click on that first banner, it's going to bring you to another page where it's going to show WM doll and everything you get free with the WM doll. It shows you everything you're going to get free with the WM doll in stock. Everything you're going to get free with the YL doll, Starprey doll, Zelix doll. So in addition to your 40% Iron Tech doll, SC doll, and Doll Castle, in addition to your up to 40% off with those companies, you get a lot of free stuff. You know what I'm saying? You get a whole list of free stuff. And I'm going to list them off again. WM, YL, Starprey, Zelix, Iron Tech, SC, and Doll Castle. When you go on Joy Love Dolls, click on my link in my About section. All of their dolls are up to 40% off right now, right? All of them. And even, some of their in-stock dolls, have some great sales on them. But they have more than these brands. So they have Piper doll and other, let me see what other brands they got. They got Piper doll and Encino doll and JY doll. So they got other brands, but the thing is, if they aren't on that first page, they don't come with any freebies. They just have the sale. So it's like, how many brands was there? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 of their brands, they not only have the up to 40% discount, but they also have a lot of free stuff that comes with them. A lot of free stuff. You have to read on each one to see all the free stuff. Or look at one of my older videos when I was doing the Black Friday sales, and you'll be able to see everything that each brand offers. But I'm going to keep this one a little short. So Joy Love Dolls, they have up to 40% off. Check them in my affiliates list if you're interested. So, and they have, like I said, what's cool about them is they pretty much have everything that they had available for Christmas. For Black Friday, they have available now. Another one of my great affiliates that I've been talking about a lot lately is Sexy Real Sex Dolls, where I bought Saima Renee Uzumaki from. And I was laughing at them because I told you they keep some sales on, Black Friday or not. But what's good about them, they still have all of their Black Friday sales on that I've talked about before. 30% off on their TPE dolls that's $20.99 or more. So if it's $20.99 or more, you can get a TPE doll for 30% off. That's nothing to sniff at. 20% off of any doll that's $14.99 or above. That's in stock or custom. You get 20% off. If it's $14.99 or above with Sexy Real Sex Dolls, in stock or custom, you can get 20% off right now. Or you can get a in-stock doll that's an SY, SE, or you can get an in-stock doll that's a SY15, a SE doll, a SY doll, or Iron Tech doll that's in stock. So you can get 15% off of an in-stock doll. That is too good because, like I told you, some of now I will say this about Sexy Real Sex Dolls. I've said it before. They have the best value on in-stock dolls left. You're going to find the best value for in-stock dolls left with Sexy Real Sex Dolls. Like I said, they have some dolls that's $1,000 and right over $1,000, which you can still get 15% of that off. So you can get a doll for $800-900, literally. So I'm telling you, sales are still booming. Now let me see something else. I think those are the biggest sales out of my vendors. Yep. But I'm gonna check to see if they still have their sales on right quick. The sales that they still do have. I'm finna go check Your Doll. Your Doll, let's see if they still have, because they had a 10% off everything. They still have their 10% off code for Your Doll. And like I said, the good thing about Your Doll is even though they don't have those bigger savings, they still may have a doll that you're looking for, like Game Lady. They carry Game Lady. And a lot of my other vendors don't carry Game Lady right now. So that would be the intrigue of going to Your Doll, is that, hey, even though they don't offer as much savings, they have a brand like Game Lady that you might like. Let's see. Hold on. Now let's go check out Real Sex Doll, another one of my vendors. Real Sex Doll with so go to my about section. You can click on that. And once again, they keep saying they have up to 45% off. But the only thing I keep seeing is basically 10% off of everything. But they got this Black Friday section. So I click on that. I just want to, once again, every time I go here to see where the 45% off is, I never really see it. So these are their promotions, but like I said, I don't see. I just feel safe saying they got a 10% discount. They say up to 45%, but I never see any of these up to 45% savings on here. Let me see some. That's what I want to see. I'm gonna click on one of these crazy looking brands. I've never seen this Buzz Lightyear doll. So let me just click on them right quick. They got all Asian girls. Looks good though. Yeah, but like I said, they don't really show the savings. So once again, I know they have a code that you can use for 10% off a Real Sex Doll, but they say up to 45% off. Once again, maybe they're showing you the savings and they're not showing you the markdown, but I don't see the markdown aspect of it. But Real Sex Doll supposedly they have a code for 10% off. My guy, Sex Doll Genie, they had a sale for $299, just straight up $299 off any doll you buy, except for in-stock dolls. And do they still have that? They still have their sale on. And once again, you might say, hey, Jay, I can get more off if I go with Joy Love dolls or Sexy Real Sex dolls. And you can. But the difference is you can't get a God Know a doll with Joy Love dolls or Sexy Real Sex dolls. You can only get a God Know a doll with a Sexy Sex Doll Genie out of all of my vendors. So that would be the reason that you would want to go with them, is because they may offer a doll that the other ones don't. And they offer other AI dolls as well. So Sex Doll Genie is doing $299 off still. That's still in full effect. And I think the only people we got left. Now I know Real Doll, they ended their Black Friday sale, and right now, let's just check with them. They still shouldn't. I'm going to check with my other vendor first though. Silicon Wise was my last vendor, aside from Real Doll. And they have some savings, but they don't have it like listed. They don't tell you on their site, hey, we're giving you X amount of percent off for Black Friday or Christmas. They don't, it's nothing. That's why I say they need to pay attention a little bit more to their site as far as the holiday promotions. But they have some markdowns. Just for instance, they have a WM that was $24.99. They got marked down to $21.99, right? But, and I think this is why I probably end up getting my doll from Sexy Real Sex Dolls instead of Silicon Wise, because I was liking Silicon Wise, but let's just say, for instance, on Sexy Real Sex Dolls, right? You can get a doll that's over $20.99. If she's a TPE girl, you can get her for 30% off. If she's over $20.99. Well, this doll is a TPE girl. They have her listed at $21.99, being marked down from $24.99. if this was Sexy Real Sex Dolls, even with it being marked down like that, it's $21.99. You can do, and look, I'm not the greatest at math. I got to cheat again. You can do 30% of $20.99. I mean, of what is it? $21.99. If this was Sexy Real Sex Dolls, oh my God. Wow. You would be saving $660. Wow. That is crazy. That's a lot of savings. So that's why I say I love Silicon Wise, but right now they just don't have this bigger savings for you. I say come back. If you know, I say I would always advise you this. Look, this is my vendor. So of course I like them. But here's the deal. I have to give you the honest truth. And me, this is just giving you my advice. Right now, I would be looking at another vendor until it's a time where it's no savings anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like if I look at all my vendors and okay, it's not a big savings period. Well, at that point, I can buy from anybody because nobody really has big savings. But right now, they're not matching the savings of my other vendors. I would say this. So although I love them, unless you just really love their site, you can find better savings. And the last one I want to check out is my beautiful new affiliate, Real Doll. I'm just glad that people don't have to leave my site, you know, or my YouTube channel to go buy from Real Doll now. They can, if you got a hair in your butt and you want a Real Doll, you can get it right from my site. So let's click on that. And like I said, last I checked, which was recently, they didn't have the sales on anymore. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Why would you? That's the only, I know you probably gone by now, but that's the part you got me confused on, Italia. Why would you try to share the link in the comment section? You know what I'm saying? You can just share it on social media or somewhere like that, because the reason that you're not able to, and I don't know if you're still here, but the reason you can't share it in a lot of comment sections is a lot of YouTubers are like me. They don't want stuff with links in their comment sections or promoting other people or stuff. So if you go into, let's just say you go to another channel and you try to put it in their comment section, they're gonna, it's not YouTube that's doing it, it's the creator that's said it to where you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? They don't let you do that because they don't want promotions on their channel. And that's how I am. I don't want people promoting other stuff on my channel, putting links and stuff like that in the comment section. So I've had people say, hey man, I tried to put a link in your section. I'm like, nah, you can't do that over here. Because when I first started my YouTube channel, people was trying to drop all type of links and, hey, go check out such and such. Nah, bro, not over here. No cross promotions. Not with links. It's not going to be. I said, nah, we can't do that. So that's all. And I guess you got me confused because once again, you know, it's other ways to share it. So if you do really want to help the show, you can literally just go like I did onto YouTube, and you can share the link onto your social media or anywhere else you want to share it. That's what would help the show. You don't have to share it in a comment section somewhere else. That's sort of overcomplicating thing. You know, you can just share it online somewhere, anywhere. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever. So yeah, Real Doll, the only thing they have on, I don't even think they got that on sale now, but it looked like they still may have their Real Cock 2 on sale. But other than that, they don't have any sales on right now. You have to wait. It's coming up, but it's not yet. I'll let you guys know. So yeah, that's what I was saying. So you got me sort of confused about why you would want to even share it in the comment section, Atai. But no worries, like you said. She said, got to sleep and put the princess to bed. Holiday season blessings. Take care. God bless you and take care too. And yeah, tell the princesses me and the princess, me and the girl say hi. We happy that you got here, and you did make a wonderful buy. Like I told you, I'm not into the animal faces and stuff, but boy, if I was, I would love your girl because you got a good one. So I see I've only got three of my live people left, baby. But guess what? You the last of the Mohicans, and I'm glad you stayed with me, baby. But we finna close this show. It's been a nice, long, eventful one. It still went a little longer than I wanted. But guess what? Once again, it's no fat on this show. I I had to cover everything I covered. I went through all of my videos and I went through these sales as quick as I could. So with all that said, we love you. We appreciate you for tuning in wherever you are in the world. Thank you. And Ataya, everybody that showed up here today, people who commented on my videos, Heavy Metal, thank you for being so active this week. The Rabbit, DAS, Austin Patton in the house, Unknown Crash, everybody that's here, all my Dog King Army team members, Kenny, Roxy Nebula in the house, Leo, Dog King Army team member, everybody that showed up, we thank you for showing up, morning, noon, and night, wherever you are. God bless you. And remember, whatever you're hoping for, wishing for, finances, new relationship, health, whatever it is, we pray that you already have it, believe it, and then you'll receive it. But as far as me and the girls, me, J. Dog King Hefner, the beautiful Cali Sun, the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki, and the beautiful Mar Blade, we are finna exit stage left and get the hell up out of here. I thought I missed a comment just then. Let me see. Okay, didn't miss anything. So either way, we out of here, guys. Love you and have a great day. But me and the ladies are now finna get the hell up out of chin. Love you guys. Have a good one, man. See you soon. We out of here.